Well, thank you very much, Bully. Walem ketamuti mi alongo abe lorin jang wala abe sirin jang pour sports so hala. Ame ngado fana soro buluba karola hama mara karola minna ning glass ni nata. Ese balali to formule aning ika timo mi represent B final auto.
No, before man to for la level, man timo force la introduce la. I understand. This is my team, Milan. You know, so the name Milan is not today. I understand. So you know, they told me Abdurrahman Bojam, or you can call me Abdurrahman Milan. Because I'm gonna change my surname from Bojam to Milan now.
Ninko anata le sa fanya kotolom. Ite yamune soto ka formule ila timo la parendi nya pour nyi game la.
This is a warm up. Because I'm in a project, you understand? The last season, the project will start. So the project only, I need to 10 days, you understand? So last season, I start from the knockout. This season, from the Super Cup, Navetan proper, and in knockout, you understand? Yeah. So from there, Nadu, new project is there for 5 years, you know. Yes.
Well, I mean, you go project for 10 years, but of course, come here for Milan. My introduction in Enga. When you talk about Serekunda, is everybody knows Milan.
Exactly.
So, Mineketa, for saying Alka project those time.
No, that was an era mialanko, Bafalako era bandala. So lafaka new era la bill from young generation. Wol min ban Milan, wel tarale. Il legacy bijele. So you know lafaka na dinu wala fenang. Your legacy do set. So we start from this season. So we start from today. This is a warm up. Or I can say it's a pre-season game for us because in Ghana can na fe on kasikala night. Yes. I think another safala and then another can fe on sikala night. Yes.
No, they can suffer yalo limolo.
Fine. It is another safala. Then I can fe on sikala. Yalon come nta ani nta mankili. You understand? Okay, it's not yele fe on je. Yasika. Anal den damin bela. Maybe ni moko negotiate. But the form you yalon ko italo. There is no law. Mi na rek ngasi kan night.
Ina na adolescent di fulani. Ina non tella sangi fulani. Ha fulani. So seru anara from the qualifiers, al qualifier, al dara for final. That must be difficult, but ali okay no. Comme you have nyaming, kake sinya for wall collar, but ka fulani. Like winning it for the first time.
Woman tell jahal. Woman can tell a problem.
No,
woman can tell a problem.
Ala problem. Ni ajibe last year easy ride lesson. In the Navetan, easy ride also.
No. Need to easy ride.
Easy ride lesson. Because I'm in champion all man play. I'm in champion all man play. Well, I'm in easy ride lesson. I understand.
No. You got easy ride lesson. Mo jakal. Because me the qualifiers, you didn't know how difficult it is. Team winner from qualifiers.
Yeah.
5 qualified. No. Final league final.
It's easy ride because Salamanega. I'm in Serekunda is the champion all man play. So Milan is there. Team like Rangers, you understand?
No.
So okay.
Ajo nibe benna liko kono. Mbe butela jam mbe butela.
Amount of goal for me alan ko ba butele bi ani liko. Bi mbat sabale dilala. Liko mba sawa dilala. Aggregate 6 no mbola dilala ni.
Mba butela jam.
Put it in record. Okay, no problem.
So I mean, you got
3 not bi ñi game.
So okay. So finally, when we talk about Navetan, Ngalon is summer. Niaji already the place is colorful. But sometimes Kodo kake me along going na kamulin jewal. But Serekunda is gibe for the past 2 years development of the kake jande. Minama kila yamaro. We know Navetan momo kila konjila represent. Everybody will want to win. But finally, pour kake ni fama jiyono anin kulo kono ngaro kumala. Yeah. So
they never advise you from this game. You understand? We are just here, to build peace and so. You understand? We are all one. So this football also is grassroots for the Gambian football. You understand? So Mbinanga play with peace and harmony. I bang ngana koposika naita. So ntenga nanda fan so we are not going. You don't need lose take a problem or create. It can be a problem. You understand? But then I'm not here to create problem because I'm here to win. Winners never think of problem. You understand? This is what we are known for. Milan. Yes.
No, ntenga until Cairo. Last year na Cairo le maintain. This year for na Cairo le dinul jube. Dinul jube rek. Ikakele ino ika dinul jube rek. Ntal buka ko abe ko la jan. Fula mbola dilal. Mba win na jan fula liko ko fana na be ben mba fula dilal.
Budele bi 3 not. Mba budele 3 not. Huh? Next game. Fengo ko nga budele aggregate 6 not. Atan school entala.
All right. Allah baraka.
I mean, best of luck in the Super Cup and of course in the league.
Yes, well, this is looking like a Champions League final.
You've heard from the knockout champions and of course the league champions. I mean, the fan from Milan said 3-0. The defending champion said 2-0. But again, like I was saying, Milan doesn't need any introduction. But again, you cannot introduce sports to any other person in the Serekunda because last year what they did for me, I think, it was just an amazing journey. So you have the two coaches with you, Sidu, the defending champions and of course the knockout champions.
Of course, those are the people who have been training all weeks long, all months long for today. So definitely we will introduce them also to come and tell us how prepared are their teams for this encounter. First of all, we have as we give priority to the home team, to the league champions. Abaraka Bake, I'm Nula Dalasi program. Welcome.
My name is Mane. Mane is the assistant of team sports, you know. Yeah, we are here to come and do a great thing. Because nous connaissons hamna comme nous lolu moy sun liggéey. So baye hel fiñ commencé since qualifier ran consistency motax ñu am ligue bi. So holé the type of football we play ñun dundé bay. Comme ñun dundé bay kon these players are young players comme ñun that is our responsibility. We also make sure comme dañu develop young players to make sure comme dañu achieve their dreams to the professional level. So ma bay tan suma niki tam wa ma delu tam fu mo ñëw because I know this team. Milan c'est team bo xamné comme xamna ko play na ak guy once Eagle Star and dafa metti won torop ga sen ko metti sin ko fa na dañ draw 1-2 if I could recall. That was the first year buma qualify Eagle Star na tan proper. So the same thing la war rek with team sports dafa da nga metti sen ko rek because ñun ñëw ci di neexal ben team. Ñun luñ liggéey loolu ñoo ñëw pour possess fini ku ñu am ñu dañoo play higher pressing fu mu xamé ko nonu ta dañoo ñëw pour possess. So that's the guys gars bëggé ñu ñëw suñu bëggé ñu taxaw because ko xam xalé yi ni xalé yi ndaw leen comme biato gars sen team yi ñoo xamné comme ñu play nawetaan past 6 years bi so ñun we don't care the only thing we always give things moo nekk de la day respect yola sa cër waaye ñun luñ mun kenn ñu ko tere nak dañoo ñëw pour attaque ga xamé ko non ta ñëw fu taxaw.
Well, I thank you very much. That was the one of the officials for team sports. But on my left again, I have somebody who has won it all as far as this Nawetan season is concerned. Keba iketa moti mi alon ko ye super cup win ye liko win le ye any cup mi be Serekunda is ya win le Milan ya win le. First of all, mina mila preparation oti pour ñu game wala anito.
Yes, nte to mu Keba Jatalti, a former Milan footballer. You understand? So I'm content about getting kuma di nyame. So this is the first time you can interview football cola. Well, boys only paré tabakele. So lo xamne dañ ko wara def ci football rek def nañ ko paré nañ. Comme mom lum nekk di wax ni, man ko dégg mu ngi wax ay possession du problème. Waye su match bi doré bu mu taxaw nak. Waaw mom lu wax nako def rek because ñun Milan ñun lolu moy suñu doolé. Xébuñ gaay de ñun ñoo leen mag de waye dañ leen bëgg won nek yeen laché bo leen doon pili tassaw leen na giant ci talending yi ba ngeen dem final so leen tassaw na giant ci talending yi do leen dem. So loolu laa ko bëgg so benn ñëw na ñun bàyyi nañ suñu mag yi gannaaw ay Juventus ay Medina yeneen nang fa because soo waxee Talending soo ne Juventus Medina Milan nga faa teg understand bo ñooy suñu mag yi so ñun ñi xeebuñ leen daatuma leen dama dee seet seen TikTok bi dama dee follow seen training waaye du may like dama dee xool gaay rek because xam naa ne nekkul team bu ma war a téye non mënut maa téye because number one xale yu ma wax maa ngi ko amee su dee experience maa ko gën a am experience players so understand nga nawetaan la fine football la man fu mu nekk pare naa si yàlla la des lu ma war a def yëpp def naa ko pare naa du football loo xalaat da nga ko war a def su football lu football laajte rek def naa ko ba pare understand nga so su dee possession la waa dina leer after gars yi nañ ko seetaan so dina leer si ñëpp ñun loolu mooy suñ doole so di leen ne jërëjëf ba pare di wax good luck suma team bi
all right, thank you very much. We would have loved to continue, but we are working against time. Your final word before Bala ñu bàyyi la nga dem.
Okay, comme ñun dañoo expect a peaceful competition because of comme Serekunda soo gisee ñu jóg pour support every youth la ta peace fu mu am rek jaama am na fa ko wishing them good luck and ñu expect ne comme dañuy jox gaay a big test inshallah.
All right, thank you very much. Your final word because gis nañ ne time amatul dañ bëgg pour continuer waaye mënuñu continuer.
gis naa loolu leena rek lu ma njëkk a wax xanaa di ñaanal Serekunda si liggéey bu rafet definitely kenn du wax gaay liggéeyuñ seen time la ñaari pavilion ñu ba pare ñu ngi liggéey bu baax man nag definitely maa ngi seen gannaaw tey maa ngi seen gannaaw ëllëg di leen ñaanal yàlla defal leen jàll ak mboolem koo xam ne yaa ngi si sport rek bugga sport yàlla defal leen jaama ñu pile ak jaama ñibbeeg jaama ku yàlla mbéy ndey ñu gën ko ñu gom ko amut xeex amut dara ñu xam ne football la Gambia la des génnut understand nga Gambia la des bundung ak Talending yëpp benn la so fii lañ koo bàyyi yal na yàlla def jaama pile ak jaama ñibbeeg jaama ku nekk célébrer waaye yal nañu yàlla may ndam
all right. Well, thank you very much. Those are the two officials of the tour. Now we will enjoy the PRO. Yusufa, I will leave you to bring on the PRO because we are running out of time. We've had so many interesting revelations from the two coaches. Their preparation for this encounter. First of all, let me take you through, or take us through the PRO, Yusufa.
Well, I mean, it's a new beginning. Of course, first of all, let me say congratulations. Your mandate was renewed. I mean, for me, in a fashion that is rarely seen in this country. In fact, it's like everybody went on opposed. That shows for me the amount of work that you have done over the 4 years. Just briefly, let's look at the last 4 years before we come to your new mandate.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure, and we welcome everybody to Serekunda East. It's another new season, but it is good to reflect back to the previous season. So far, so good. I think last season was, a success for us. We believe we still have some things to adjust, and this season, I think we have already started doing that in this Super Cup. Last season was, we played our, qualifiers and Nawetan in a very, very peaceful manner, and we have also registered numerous developments. That is, last season is where we built, the Democracy Pavilion 1. This season also, we have already built one, which will be inaugurated today. That is Democracy Pavilion 2. But overall, I can tell you, last season was a success. We had some hitches, and we believe those hitches will be remedied. One of those hitches is to make sure that people that are coming to Serekunda East are not just fans. They are our clients. They are our customers, and we should treat them well. And that is why you can see we have done some adjustments in both pavilions. And also, we have realized that, fans are always within this side. When we have crisscrosses of fans, it gives us a lot of problems. So this year we have separated the fans, meaning the fans of Team B will be at this side, and fans of Team A will be at the other side over there. So these are new things that are happening. But so far, so good. Overall, we had a very, very successful Nawetan last year, but we are hoping to be very, very much successful this year, looking at the projects that we have. We are currently, digitalizing our tickets. If you are today, we can see that we are not selling tickets on randomly. We are selling tickets with machines. That is a new development. So we are also going to have signing the contract of lights. We will have float lights, and inshallah we'll play at night. So basically, we are hoping
At night, this season.
This season actually, we will definitely play at night. We have already signed the contract today, and I can tell everybody outside there, Sesdo is ready to play at night.
See, you've had that. That football, for me, we test it, and I know how it feels. And I know the people of Serekunda East will love it. They say east side is the best. When it comes to night football, I think we test it first. So I know how it feels. But, I think, for me, I've been saying it. Playing 3 o'clock, I have no problem. But sometimes playing at night gives an opportunity to the working class. You can go to work, you can come home, relax, and then maybe at night go and watch football. So I think that is exciting.
Yeah, I think something that needs to be taken away from there is the involvement of everybody.
Yeah.
Football should not deprive you from going to work. You could go to work close and come and watch football.
Yeah.
We see in more developed leagues. When people go to work, there are fixtures that are reserved for people, the working class people. And when they come, they enjoy football at the convenience. We see games that are shifted in order to favor other countries that are not at the same time with the nation that is playing the league. So this is something that is great. We hope to see a successful increment of floodlights, and come this season, we witness games at night when everybody return home after work to come to the park and watch football. It is going to be amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely going to be amazing. I think I can take reference, from the likes of Birkama. When they started it, we've seen the turnout, and we've seen how excited the community was. So basically, we are looking forward to it, and the people are definitely ready for it as well, because we do monitor our platforms, the Facebook, the WhatsApp, and we are listening keenly to these people. I tell them they are not individuals that just come and watch games. They are adding something in Serekunda East, and we have to listen to them. We have to make sure we meet their demands, and that is why we are here. So we are looking forward to get the floodlights adjusted and play at night. The weather conditions in this country are very, very harsh. Looking at even now playing into this final, we have to still wait, a little bit of time to make sure that people can play at a very convenient space. So overall, I think we are happy, and we have been supported by the people, and we are looking forward to get a successful term after being elected into office for the next 4 years.
So the 4-year mandate, I know it started, but the competition started today. The last 4 years, we've seen what you've done, like you talked about the 2 democracies. After the next 4 years, I know it's just beginning. What should people expect that after 4 years, when they come to Serekunda East, these are some of the things that we will see?
Well, you can see we have a new development. You can see it all over with our SARs and everywhere on the board. That is east forward. It means we don't want to go backward, we want to go forward, irrespective of who is coming next. We want to serve, and we want to serve in the limits and time frame that we want. I always tell people, it is difficult to bring people into offices, but when you bring them in offices, it is their work that keeps them there. And that is exactly what we manifested. When we came into office, there were a lot of things that we were lacking. We felt we have to adjust, and we did our part into that first season, and the stakeholders deemed it necessary and fit to give us another mandate. We are sure that we are never going to disappoint them. We want to have an East that is multi-sport. Here is not only about football. We want to make sure that we have that is for everybody. And to have that, it is accountability and transparency, and that we have manifested. That is where our financial dealings are known to the people. And when that happens, there is trust. And when there is trust, people will definitely answer to your call at any time. I can tell you, in the next 1 hour or so, this stadium will be full to capacity. And I can vividly tell you, the records, the records will show you that teams will go home with a lot of money today, and they will enjoy the beautiful game of football. But in the next 4 years, this mini stadium will be turned into a multi-purpose center, and we are going to have all the nice things that we need. And I can tell the people, when I look at the Facebook page, I've seen what they are crying for. We find it difficult to maintain this grass, and that is the reality. And we want to change from grass to turf. But this is stage by stage. That is how we work. We don't just jump and do things. We don't want to go and bring a turf and it is not quality. We want to bring quality. But then also we have to follow the time frame that we are working against. We have to make sure we follow it step by step. And I can tell you, before the next 4 years, we will have a turf, and we will make sure the entire park is at standards. And when that happens, any administrator that comes can pick it up from there and go back. But I know for sure, anybody that comes to take up you have a challenge because of where we started and where we are stopping at. So it means it's definitely going forward.
I mean, it's all about setting standard, Yusufa. And when you look at how Serekunda East is, I will not say they are perfect. They are not perfect. There are still room for improvement. But they've set a standard that will be very, very difficult for people out there to disagree on how the development of the game is going here. It's not only about, the infield players, but one thing that I am impressed most is about bringing everybody, making everybody count who is part of this game. The spectators, the fans. You hardly see newly developed mini stadiums in this country, or mini stadia in this country here, have pavilions. It means they are not putting fans into consideration. But now the standards are coming. First, these are people who put in their monies, and they need to be seated comfortable to watch games, which is quite amazing.
Yeah, I've said it. I said, the sessional executive is making life difficult for the other executives. Because, look, before, we are meant to believe it's difficult. It's not doable. And, in 4 years, if they're able to do this, which other executive will tell us that it's not doable? Then people will have questions to ask. Why PR maybe ñu bay ko rek mu tenga ko ci wolof because comme ni ma ko waxe congratulations sen 4 years bi jeena ñu joxat leen yeneen mandat bobu nak dafa melni pour man liggéey bi ngeen def mo tax ñu trust leen ñu joxat leen for another 4 years lolu tamit it's a challenge waye liggéey bi ku ñew fi nak dega di nga gis liggéey bi ken du la ko won so ñu bay la rek nga tenga ko ci wolof.
Yeah, jërëjëf Youssoufa, I think so far so good comme ni nga ko waxe rek ci kalama angale mooy ne Serekunda is last 4 years bi nekkoon na 4 years bu métti mooy suñ first time in office waaye yàlla dimbale nañu ba am nañ a lot of success def play nañ qualified and play nawetaan yoo xam ne amul violence they were successful gis nañ ne tamit de yokkute am na si biir parc bi because soo seetee démocratie for over decades gaa ñu ngi ñëw di fay seen xaalis taw bi su tawee gaa dañoo struggle
te ñu te pour muy leer you go to all the zones I think for me the biggest patrons are the democracies.
Democracy ñoo nekk ñoo xam ne every day even friendly matches they will come because ñoom amuñ team most of them dañ fa nekk rek pour make sure ne dañ ñëw pour seetaan game sometimes gaa duñ la mën a wax what is this cause who's cause ñoom lu ñu amal solo mooy they enjoy it they have their leisure time here they have their pleasure here so they will come waaye yàlla dimbale nañu 4 years boobu dem na stakeholder lay gëm nañu joxaat nañu beneen 4 years lu ñëw tënk gaay mooy pitch bi dinañ make sure ñu improve ko to standard comme nu ko ñëpp waxee dafa métti trop pour contrôle ñax waaye loo mën a defee mooy nga jàppa si benn nit yi mën nañ si play waaye comité bi seen bëgga mooy ñu make sure ñu am fi tof te loolu comité bi mu ngi si liggéey bu baax a baax affaire yi lampay fans yi ñu ngi ko joytu waaye dinañ wax fans yi ne tey sign nañ di contract with the contract to responsible about the lights yi dinañ jógee all the way to China they are taking the measure the flood light needed so it's a matter of just time and it will be installed te si soobee yàlla dinañ play guddi play 3 o'clock kenn bëggul ko ñun yëpp every executive member dafa jógee si team so luñ bëggal suñ team yi moom lañ bëggal ku nekk waaye comme ni ñu ko waxee rek is moom bëgg nañ mu nekk place boo xam ne képp ku ñëw da nga koy yóbbu si kanam moo tax ñu am a project bi dis called the East Forward bi nag lu nekk moo fa nekk nekkul si football rek bëgg nañ basket dem bëgg nañ volleyball dem soo ko seetee right now we can proudly say ne Serekunda is mooy the only zone that produce more than 15 professionals that are playing outside playing volleyball in Qatar and other different respectively and ñii ñu ngi dimbale seen waajur yi bu baax a baax so ñun gëm nañ ne lu football rek so am nañ programme office of football wrestling basketball volleyball ñii yëpp ñu ngi def seen kéem lay talent gis ne seen respective areas yi ñu ngi dem waaye wax nañ leen tamit ne mooy parc bi almost léegi dem mu full to capacity ñaari team yi leer na ma ne tey ku nekk dina ñibbee at a very good amount of money te su soobee yàlla tam dinañ am a very very interesting nawetaan because sponsor yaa ngay ñëw tey suba ko bi rek we have numerous sponsors ñoo xam ne individually sponsor nañ suba individual players ñoo xam ne the first goal scorer the the man of the match all these things we also have proposed for the knockout dafa nekk loo xam ne daal season bi dina nekk waaye def nañ tam renovation yoo xam ne taw bi su tawee even right now people can sit comfortably ndox bi du leen laal loolu dafa important bu baax a baax because last year am nañ jafe-jafe boobu ñii dañoo toog taw bi muy taw mu leen a laal comme ñu ñëw fi client lañ te client yooyu noonu dafa important trop ñu
yéen a ngi make like difficult for executive
na PRO finally lañ la bëgg a bàyyi ñu indiwaat yéen a fancy pour waxtaan ak askan bi waxtaan ak ñu nekk di seetaan jiyaatee si wàllum game yi tey.
Thank you very much. It is the Gambia Radio and Television Services and National TV giving us live coverage. Everybody keep tuned if you are not here and enjoy the rest of the programs tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It has been very fascinating to hear from the public relations officer of the Serekunda Esports Development Organization. Here with us again, we have two elegant ladies who are supporting the two finalists. First of all, I will leave them to introduce themselves and tell us the teams. Mbaɗigol minul ɓen juuɓe kam mbal kawna min gandira kom ngol alɓe Gambia Radio and Television juuɓe kam fi Serekunda East yemol bala ito fo moli ani ka timo min support.
Assalamu alaikum baɗigol ntelam kumba ntomo kumba balde timbota Milan ne mol natal pour kam Milan support mol baɗigol because as all you guys all already know mol meta ka kele so mol natal pour ka ke kote mol meta ka record bi rek dañu pago to ñu pago mo fanaja ni ma Milan moy yaajere so mol bi jane pour kake côté dal inshallah ala titi da do mol wake la ko mol be winna
wolem kumbati mara bulola fana ngado fana soto jele mbala le to fo mole e ka timo min support ani ngamune yakabila.
Assalamu alaikum doomi Aissatou ko ndamu jomle moda sports le as we all know sukuta moda water Suputarians ndol mameja we meta ka kele ndal ta kajal because last year nata ngare ko do break ngako bota. So this young fana natal with that full confidence ko this year fana ma kelal mo be yaaje meta jana ni Serekunda is last year mo be jay man tol long den ita muka sports full
si gatal rek balde nga wañu ci kala ne olof sen team bi lan moy sen préparation en sen fans lo leen nekk di pare pour gemite ak season bi da
lu nekk di pare tay moy di ñëw pour defaat ko ndig we are 100% so confidence ne suñ fans yi pare nen boys yi pare nen ñepp pare nen dal tali ning area bi ñepp pare nen pour ñëw sétan ci Milan sen super cup bi nek xamne ne leen ko wi inshallah rabbi ci gannaaw yalla
amanke albe play kan sukuta ning Milan damma way sukuta ning tali ni mume so isa ko moli munem atol la parendiro ni nata fans la karola because nga jele fana end of season ika fans fana ñarandile Jumalem fans best fans ni nata season Jumalem alla fans la karola ale mune parendi
and all fans we are ever ready all fans anywhere yen ko mandi den ben dan ko lela all fans we are ever ready boys all daw dara ndi bijel be no ma and we are 100% so control lim pare da nga niora best fans ba so la len ka so dole meta ka so dole all ma start janga start sukutal nga rek do break yele fom batata nara nan jalla si nga break da so this year fana ba break le inshallah ni ala so
ala baraka ba
asal be yalo ne last year Milan ko ko tale jang fan pago to mo be ya celebrate mo be content Milan fans will be ever ready whenever you come here mo kon ko wati wan mo be ready mo la boy sol mo be ready ne ga sol fana be ready so ambe ala dani la dam bang ay ndamo ñindi mo la comme ni mu xamé
amen thank you very much Balde Yusufa it's not only the takeaways just a few takeaways it seems the fans are taking this too personal it's not only a 90-minute game.
I mean, I don't think they're taking personal. Come in go ahead. I'm going to you know, we are from Konjan Joge, Sunjana Vetan, Mandamaderab Sumakon, Danderab Sakon. So, Lola Rek, excitement already is building up. Come, man, PR Robin Mungo ahead. I mean, Serekunda is Tifinyo, Gisna Ligabi. More than man, I feel we just learn Yen and Mandap. I mean, you saw for the next 4 years. So, congratulations to them. And Kufinyo, Serekunda is slimmed up. So for me, I think the challenge goes to the other zones. It's doable. You cannot tell us when it's not possible again.
Well, thank you very much. That is all Yusufa for the build-up of this game, and now we will return to the game and show you the live-to-live ball commentary, which will be led by Famara Baji. So thank you very much. Keep tuning to GRTS TV as we bring you the 2025-2026 Super Cup of the Serekunda is between the defending league champions, Sports U team, and the knockout champions, Milan FC of Tallinn. Bye-bye. Enjoy the game here on GRTS. Don't go.
A warm welcome to you all once again to the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, where we are all set and ready, waiting for the kickoff as the spectators are anxiously looking forward to the Super Cup clash between Team Sport League champions and Milan Tallinn, the Knockout Cup champions. That is the beauty of the game. Before game start, you will see spectators seated, thinking in their mind, is it going to be on Sports Youth team, or is it going to be for Milan Tallinn? Is what the set of two supporters actually thinking as they await for the two teams to emerge from the dressing room for the pre-match formalities before the game will get underway here for the very first time. We are here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium to cover their Super Cup live. We were here the other time. It was recorded, but this time around Serekunda East becomes the fourth zone to actually enjoy the live coverage of Norwegian actions on GRTS TV, Facebook, and on the YouTube for those of you. It is yet to be crowded here at the East Park. Sidhu Sane and Yusufa Job are the co-commentators. Hopefully we'll get someone from Serekunda East to be talking about the history, to be talking to us about the development, the evolvement of football here in one of the best zones in the country when it comes to turnout, organization, and even the football on view. Serekunda is, they've marked themselves as one of the best zones, a zone that can give up to almost $65,000 as proceeds from the gate to the teams after all expenditure. That clearly indicates that fans here don't joke with football as far as turnouts are concerned. We are hopeful that we're going to witness a gigantic encounter, a mouth-watering clash for that matter, between the two teams, and the two set of supporters will actually rival each other on the stands as well. Sidhu, for the very first time this season, the state broadcaster is airing a Norwegian match as far as the 2025 seasons are concerned, and Serekunda East becomes the luckiest zone.
Thank you very much, Famara. It's fascinating once again to begin the season here at Serekunda East. This is a zone, as you said, that has over the years been going in a tremendous development when it comes to both the footballing aspect and also the infrastructure development. We've seen the development as far as the welfare of the fans are concerned. 2 pavilions had already been completed where fans sit to the game. And there is no better way to describe this other than telling them congratulations, and we hope other zones will emulate. But notwithstanding, coming back to this game here, we are hoping to see a mouth-watering clash between these two teams. A team that had won it all, and a team that for the team that it's named after, Spurs, defeated Man City in England 2-0 in the Premier League, and also Spurs are in another final. So it's
they will be hoping that they can replicate something like that in this game, and hopefully if the spirits of Manch, Tottenham Hotspur, can actually get cross all the way from the UK to here at the Serekunda East Park, hopefully we will see Serekunda East Team Spur actually clinching victory. But Milan will not want to settle for anything like that. Yusufa, you are from Brikama and we are here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. They've, positioned themselves as one of the best zones when it comes to Norwegian. And given what we've been seeing here, the infrastructural development, when we were here the last time, it wasn't like this. I was here yesterday to survey the place. I actually found, the contractors, the construction workers, working round against the clock to make sure they do all the finishing touches here. And I've seen 2 new pavilions here being constructed by the executive, the CESDO executive under the leadership of Modu Yusufa Cham. This is quite commendable.
Yeah, obviously, Farmer Abaji, like I said when we are doing the build-up, that when you enter the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, no one will need to tell you, okay, this is what has been done over the 4 years. We've been coming here, whether it was Nevetan, there were times that the league, first and second division games were played here. So we've been coming here, and of course we know how the Serekunda East Mini Stadium was and how it is now. So for me, the amount of development that was done here is just, for me, unprecedented. The Mohamed Yusufa Cham, late executive, have done a tremendous job. You look at the pitch, Farmer, you are talking about the Democracy Pavilion 1 and 2 that were built. But in the Gambia, one thing that we are challenged is how do we maintain our footballing surface, except for, communities like Brikama that have artificial turf, that are, have been benefits, so, but you go to, other zones like Serekunda East and Bakau and the likes of Serekunda West, there has been a challenge over the years to how they maintain their grass. But see, you look at the grass, there has been a lot of amazing or tremendous job that has been done here to be able to maintain these things. So I think they've done a lot of job, and that is why I think the stakeholders, bring them back on the post, give them another mandate to serve for another 4 years. But I will continue to say this. The work that is being done here is a challenge to the elder executive. We've been made to believe that, it's not doable. But for 4 years, we've shown the executive and what they've done. So I think this is a challenge goes to all the other zones across the country, that you know what, the amount of money that you are receiving, in as much as it might not be much, but if you use it judiciously, you will be able to do something meaningful in your zone. So we look forward to the next 4 years with a lot of promises, though. Like Bibi said, they're thinking of changing from natural grass to artificial, which for me I think is going to be amazing. Floodlights. I'm a fan of night football. I test it and I know how it feels. So, if they have night football here, it's not only going to be amazing, but I think in terms of revenue, they will be able to gather a whole lot of money. So, amazing job that has done here. We hope for more in the next 4 years.
Most definitely, one of the most important department of sports in this country is infrastructure. And when when a zone is able to improve on its infrastructure, it is always remarkable. The talent display is always magnificent. Fine, the pitch is being developed year in, year out, but it's still far from the best that many people will wish to have here. And that is now a challenge that this committee is going to work on, or should work on. And they said they are going to move from the grass to the artificial turf. Now, bringing in artificial turf will be more easier to sustain, more easier to manage. Yeah. And the football looks amazing. Look at Brikama whenever the game is played. Look at Basori. Look at Jarasoma. When games are played at these venues, you enjoy the display of this talent, unlimited number of injuries. But the moment you play here for a longer period, at the end of the day, players will begin to sustain injuries when the pitch is going at another aspect. So definitely infrastructure is quite amazing. And one thing about Serekunda is, I think, I said it earlier, they are making everyone who is involved count. Because these are people who put in money that they are working on, and now they are realizing that they are not throwing away their money.
Yes.
Put your mouth where your money is. Now they can say, we put our money here, we need to talk. But again, they believe in the Modu Cham, White Cham leadership. They believe in all the people that are working tirelessly to make sure that they realize this. So it's a matter of continuous work, continuous management of the infrastructure that is here, Yusufa.
You know, and I think zones like this will be easier to help in terms of sponsorship. You've heard from the PRO that in the Super Cup they were able to attract a lot of sponsors. For me, I think it goes back to show that, you know, when you're doing work and people see that the amount of work that you're doing, that you need help, of course they will come. They will be there ready to help you. And of course, Serekunda is over the years. We've seen them last year in the league and the knockout. They were able to attract a whole lot of sponsors. Some of the sponsors are back again, you know, here to ready to partner with the executive. So I think let me just say this in Wolof. Liggéey rek moo gën. You know, when you are elected to work and liggéeyal. We are not saying you come and do things that you are not able to do, but do the little things that count. You know, do the little things that you are able to do. People out there will be able to say, you know what, within his resource constraint, but he is able to do X, Y, Z. But then to just sit and say, you know, it's not doable for me, I think we should not hear that word anymore, because that is not applicable. For me, it should not be acceptable to any other zone. That is not acceptable.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about work, and when your work is done, people will tend to realize that what they are doing, you're doing what exactly they want. You cannot do it to 100%, but most definitely, as we are hearing from what is happening, they are signing the contract of the floodlights. They are about to increase the level of the floodlights that they have here to make sure that they are able to play their Nawetan at night. And that, again, will definitely help players, will help people that are going to work. I mean, you will not say, let me close work quickly and rush and watch my community team play. You can comfortably do your work. When you close, you can majestically walk to the park to watch your Nawetan team play. I think these are all strides that they are doing to make sure that football comes to the people. Football is for the people, and people need to enjoy the football, and you need to consider them in whatever endeavor that you are doing. So it's quite amazing. Look at the crowd that is here. It's quite amazing. This is the only tournament that can able to give you this crowd. Not even the first division, the second division, or the third division in this country. Nawetan is the only league that can give you this amount of people come out from all, areas to watch games. And remember, these are not only players or football lovers. We have people also who are earning a living through this. We have vendors selling. You have other people that are also working, voluntarily, and at the end of the day, they got something in return. So vendors, some of these, women that are selling here, use this money to pay school fees, to pay stationaries, and other bills of their, school-going children of their families. So it's quite amazing to see Nawetan bring everyone on board, Yusufa.
Yeah, like I said, summer is Nawetan. Of course, from our far end, we've seen the fans already. So it's Nawetan, and of course, that is you cannot talk about Nawetan without ambulance. I remember about a month ago, I was in my house. It was night. I was about to go to bed. I received a call from our village. So I think these guys were just, it was just an argument as to which zone was the best zone. So they argue, and of course, the guy just called me and said, boy, you know, let me give you guys, and I was like, he was like, you don't get it, so you are the best. And I was like, in terms of what? You know, so there was one guy, he was, residing in Serekunda for a whole lot of time. I think he was the only guy living in Serekunda. So when I say, look, to be honest, I am from Birkama, but I think this is the best. I had him sound. I had him sound, and I was like, I think that is Adam. Yes, I think that is Adam. They said, yeah, he's the only one living in Serekunda. So, and for me, I think it goes to show everybody is proud of where you come from when it comes to Nawetan. Everybody reps your zone. So, like, for me, he was able to defend Serekunda in that gathering because of what Serekunda is able to do. If they were not able to do the work, I don't think he would be able to beat his chest and say, you know what, we have the best zone. In fact, he's from a zone. It was just because of circumstances that he is here, but he is from a zone, but he decided to choose Serekunda East, and for me, that shows that, like I said, and I hope and I hope and believe. Recently, I've seen other zones trying to build pavilions and trying to do developments. That is how it should continue. The trajectory that we've been going on for years and years and years, it has to change. You know, that has to change. Look, football is no more football that, you know, people just say, you know, this is football and we're doing it for fun. It has gone beyond that. It is now business, and if you want to reap from that business, you have to invest in it. And that is what, you know, I think Serekunda is doing. And it will come a time that I've heard the president said once that they want to turn Serekunda is to a place where they might not, maybe not national team or under 20, but at least an acceptable standard in that, you know, probably maybe our club like Yaldebang will be able to play their CAF Champions League games, or maybe when you have under 17s. So I think that should be the vision now. The only independent stadium we have cannot be used for all these games. Sometimes we need to decentralize. When we have the under 17, bring it to Serekunda or take it to Pilkama, or you can take it to the Gamina. But that can only be done if the grants are developed to a standard. And, you know, the development has to start with the people. You know, probably if for example, you know, you know, they are in KMC. KMC can chip in and say, you know what, we've realized we've been doing great, and I think we can also chip in. But you cannot just sit and wait and say people don't have to come. I think that has to change. And I hope, for me, Yusufa Chang will be remembered even if he leaves Serekunda today.
Yes, talking about the two teams, I mean, Yusufa, these are two teams that have a contrast history. Milan had won it all. Milan had won the league on one occasion. Milan had won the knockout occasions. Milan had won this particular trophy once. So it is a lot to talk about as far as this. Milan is one of the best teams in Italy. It was a team, or it is a team that has produced so many players who have gone on to play for the national team. Various categories. The latest of them is, I mean, Wali Fofana made a name for himself in Milan City. Went all the way to playing for under 20 to now playing professionally in that year. I mean, another player, notable player, is by Sonko, who was one time in 2016 the best player of Gambian competition with made a name for himself in this particular competition. Also, it's for sports, it's a young team that came to qualify as Maritime. But they have a player who has helped the team qualify from third division to fourth year of Gambia's football, who is Lamin Jabali, a university graduate. Lamin Jabali represented, Team Rhino from that division. Secondly, Joe defeated Bunjur 2-1 on that day at the Independent Stadium, and came promotion to the first year of Gambian football in 2021-2022. From that season to now, Team Rhino is one of the powerhouse of Gambian football. Although they have not gone closer to winning the league, but they have been a team that are very stable, very standard as far as Gambia's first division is concerned. So looking at two teams, as I said earlier, they have contrasting history. Milan, the like of Keba Jata, who we are from Mexico, had played in this team and had won a lot as far as this zone is concerned.
Yeah, so when you talk about Serekunda, it's obviously one of the teams that you cannot left behind or leave behind is Milan, obviously. Whether you are from Serekunda East or not, but you know, Milan, whenever it is mentioned, everybody knows that it's Milan of Serekunda. Milan is a team in Serekunda East. So, but again, you look at team sports and what they've done, coming all the way from Sukuta. You and I know how difficult qualifying is, you know. And look at format. You're able to play from game 1 to game to the last game. You secured qualification to the league. You went all the way to the final. Grab it. I understand they went into the third division too. But again, that shows how good they are. And here they are again. Of course, you dare not. When you're talking about favorites today, I know it's going to be difficult. Winning the
Milan are the favorites. Come on paper, they are the biggest. I mean, they've won it all.
Look, true, they've won it all. But again, you look at the. I'm trying to look at the journey that the team sports did. You and I know how difficult it is playing in Serekunda. It qualifies in Serekunda. For me, I call it playing at qualifiers in the Gambia. That is equivalent to a you know. So you do that, you went to the league, of course, only the finals, winning it. So yeah, obviously, Milan, I think everybody, whoever plays Milan in Serekunda will give them that respect that they deserve as being one of the oldest teams in Serekunda is. But again, you know, this is a one-off game too. You didn't remember that it's a one-off game. Sometimes it is just small margins that decide such kind of games.
Last season, sports was all over. It is a young team and academy that has grown together, played together for so many years, and came to the Navetan qualifier. They are a team that is from Serekunda that has played Serekunda in both their summers football and won there also the league before coming to Serekunda. When they came to Serekunda, at first they went straight. They were appeared in a group that has the defending champions of the Navetan, which is T-Town. And Milan and Sports in their first game were one time leading 2-0 against T-Town. T-Town came, equalized, and it ended 2-2. Their second game again, they won 2-0. The other team came, equalized, and drew 2-2. So it shows you that it's a team that does not wait, that does not give much respect to any team. It is a team that comes all out to play football.
I mean, you know, that mentality of, okay, you know, taking 2 leads and of course coming back to win. So I think, for me, I think that's what the spirit of the team and what they believe in. So, you know, it's a belief in, they believe in themselves, but, you know, and sometimes there's this thing that, you know, teams will, like, we face this thing, you know, everybody will want to come and play. Sometimes teams will travel all the way from far. Because Serekunda is, like you said, I like in the center, everybody will work on that. But sometimes when you don't perform, you like to say, you know, because we are not 15 guys, then you die. You know, so it normally happens. But for them, you know, they came from Serekunda, they came here, whether the environment was good or not, whether they were hostile or not, no, but they just believing in themselves. You know what, we can do this, and they are achieving. So, but like I always say, winning it for the first time is easy, but doing it for the second time, I think it's much more difficult.
Sports was indeed a lucky team last year. At a point, they were out of the Navetan.
Why is everybody saying they are a lucky team? I don't understand.
I mean, they played against T-Central, lost on penalty, appeal. They played against T-Central, lost on penalty in one of, is it the round of 16 or quarterfinal? Lost on penalty, made an appeal, and they go their way to semi-final. And played against Ebeji. Ebeji, when it comes to the ambience, they are the best team.
By the way, they
defeated them 2-0 in the semi-final.
I think Ebeji is a team that I support. I don't know why. I just fell in love with the name from the word go. And you know, when it comes to ambience, I think no need to introduce them. We all know. I mean, the Smiling Coach, Mami Sira, and of course, his fans club are the best. So, look, appeals are part of the game, right? When you play against a team, you feel like they've played some players who are not qualified to play or whatsoever. You feel you are cheated. I think we have all the rights to make an appeal. So if they do that, and it went, you know, in favor of them, they went to win. I don't think we should just use that to say, you know, they were lucky. For me, I think that will be harsh on their part. You know, I think that will be harsh on their part.
Yeah, definitely. When we talk about everything, the first thing that wins
the fans club.
Yes. The revolutionize the way supporting is done. Before people used to know the team from Bunno around Newsrat. What is the name of the team again? Those are the teams that are Medina and that team from Serekunda, Volcon, right? Team from Kalini, Duze. Everyone now is looking to get Manisira. Last year, I mean, Medina won to meet it. Last year, Timbuktu. They are the only team, when coming, they come with Kumpo masquerade. And you know, when the Kumpo comes, the entire concentration is off from the pitch now to the Kumpo. Because it's that's a mysterious, sort of a masquerade that nobody could imagine how it dances, how it moves. So it's not only about infield football here at Serekunda, but it's all about the fanfare, the teams that come out, or the number of fans who come out to make sure that they support their teams. They give that an additional man of the field to their teams.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to support, obviously, like I've been to almost most of the zones to cover Navetan. Yes, there is support. I mean, you go to all of these zones, every team will have a support, a fan club, that will come to cheer them. But again, the fans club that I've seen at I've not seen it anywhere. You said last year when I saw that Kumpo, I saw it, I saw the pictures. I wasn't here when that team came with the Kumpo, and I was like, for me, that was just person at his eye. You cannot just describe it. Because look, to go all the way to be able to Ghana, or you and I know most of these fans club, they are guys. They contribute. Teams who play Navetan will tell you how they struggle to finance their Navetan team, much more help fans club to finance their activities. So it is only these fans who will contribute their $10, $20 to be able to put up all these things together. So now we have two teams coming. It's like, we are getting through the challenge and the power.
Teams are making their way to the pitch for the ultimate battle. And this is the moment that all the spectators within this park have been waiting for. And the players are getting us ready for the kickoff as they walk on the halfway line for the pre-match formalities before the game will get underway here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. You can see them walking in their colors, accompanied there by supporters of the two teams, accompanied by the supporters of the two teams. So in the spirit of fair play, as far as the 2025-2026 Sesdo Nowaitan it's concerned, they are sending a strong message that they want this game to be played in peace, and in peace for everyone to actually have a clear test of what summer football is all about. You're going to see a lot of pre-match formalities here. Before this tie will end here. Team 4 will be taking on Milan FC, and the team lineups shall be put on set by our team of technicians. Team 4, who won jackpot here last season at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, will be hoping that they can add another title to their trophy cabin, while Milan FC, the more experienced side, will be hoping at least they can become the first team to actually win 2 titles from last year's Norwegian to this year's Super Cup. See, the moment we've all been waiting for. Finally comes here, the players are on the pitch.
Yeah, finally, it is that Navi moment. It is that moment that everyone will be saying, is my team going to win? Are we going to celebrate at the end of the day? But it's looking bright here, Famara, at the beginning. The central referee and his colleagues are beautifully dressed with their sea green and black color. Likewise, the team sports are in their traditional Tottenham Hotspur colors. In one of the years, Tottenham Hotspur put on these jerseys as their away jerseys. Whilst Milan are in their traditional AC Milan jersey, the black and red, the Rossoneri. So it's gonna be, amazing watching these two teams come head to head. I think we are administering the national anthem.
And that is the national anthem. All the spectators showing respect to it. They were on their feet to make so. They pride themselves with the national anthem of this country. And that signals that everything is set for the kickoff. That signals that everything is set for this game to actually begin here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. We're going to see the dignitaries accompanied by sports committee members to actually do the respectful handshakes. For the central referee to get us underway here. The team is entrusted by a panel of referees. As soon as we see the teams disperse, we're actually going to get you their names. Those who are former players, former administrators, amongst them the president of Serekunda East Sports Committee, Modi Yusuf Acham, who is doing extremely well for this zone. So actually, it's just been, I think the organizers actually came up with an initiative that is very commendable to name this Super Cup after OJ and the relatives are actually in attendance.
Famara, OJ has made a great history towards the foundation and the development of this park. He was the then minister when this very land was allocated and when this park was first established. To honor his legacy, they named the Super Cup after him, which he is late, but his son is quietly and ably represented by his son Amadou Jallo, who I believe, according to the announcer, he will be the one taking the kickoff. And this is great to show that respecting, honoring the people who contribute greatly towards the development of this Nawetan Center. OJ Jallo was a statesman. He was a minister for, quite a number of years and had served this nation with dignity and with distinction. So naming a cup or a particular final after him is a great way of preserving his legacy and enabling people to know the wonderful work he had done as this center is concerned, this mini stadium is concerned.
You cannot give them money, but you can actually. The pre-match formalities are all set and done. The panel of referees for this game. The central referee is Barham Cham, assisted by Lamin Colley as the first assistant, John Mendy as the second assistant, and Ablai Bobin Machine as the fourth referee. They are the panel in charge of this game, and they actually going to do everything possible to make sure they deliver to expectation. Summer football is back and excitement is back here in Serekunda East. The dignitaries in attendance, amongst them administrators from GFF, relatives of the late OJ Jalo, and members of other respective sports committees across the country are all here at the Serekunda East Park to make sure they grace this occasion, they make it even a bigger one. Team captain of the two teams, the central referees. Lamin Tabali is the captain for Sports Youth team. And while Omar Baji is the captain for Milan FC.
I mean, these are two players who had played to the top tier of Gambian football. First, Lamin Tabali, as I said earlier, he helped Team Rhino gain promotion to the first tier of Gambian football. And Omar Baji, Omar Jah, as he is fondly called at Serekunda East and in Talending, had played for Talending United. I mean, had things with Real de Banjul and went all the way to Senegal to apply his footballing trade, but he could not make it to the international level or at the professional level. But Omar Badi has been the bedrock of this Milan team. He has been there, he had been supporting these young boys, showing them what they lack. This is a player who had played with the like of Bai, Sekou, Sanyang Spare, and also played with Wali Fofana, Banega. So he's a player who had won it all as far as Serekunda is concerned.
And this is a tradition as far as Norwegian is concerned. People are honored to actually do the pre-match kickoff. And we are still trying to identify who is going to do this pre-match kickoff here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium to set the ball rolling, giving indications for the tie to actually start here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Milan players, they are taking back a claim of their supporters before kickoff, telling them thank you for being here. We're going to do everything possible to deliver to expectations. Let's see if they will be able to do that. Signal has been given by the referee for the traditional pre-match kickoff to be check-in here. Probably by a sponsor, Sidu.
He is the son of OJ Jalo, Amadou Jalo. You know, preserving his father's legacy. He had come to witness this great final in the name of the family for the wonderful work that the father had done in the establishment of this center.
It must certainly be a proud moment for late OJ Jalo and his family. Serekunda is one of the biggest zones in the country. Recognize their efforts, recognize their commitment towards the development of football here in this particular zone. And we will soon get underway here.
Well, welcome to Serekunda East, as I said earlier, to witness what it promises to be a mouth-watering encounter between the league champions and the knockout champions.
It is looking like we're going to observe a minute silence here, probably paying tributes to former heroes, late heroes for that matter, of Serekunda East. Including them will certainly be the late Omar OJ Jalo. A minute silence is going to be observed in his memory. and as a way of paying respect to him for all his contributions. Well, that was a minute silence in memory of former heroes, including the late O.J. Jallow, in whose memory this Super Cup has been named after. And the two teams are yet to will battle it out for this traditional season opener, the curtain raiser. And we've received the signals as the game gets underway here. The late O.J. Jallow Super Cup is underway here. Team Sport will be kicking from left to right, while Milan will be defending from right to left. Some great start to the game by Team Sport. They're trying to prevent the ball from moving out. And it is going to be a throw taken quickly. Tabali is easily dispossessed there by Team Sport, who are trying to enter inside the opponent's half, but they are being denied. And Milan are trying to break on a counter-attack here. Clever defending by Team Sport. Sidu, the moment is finally here. And what is left now is for the two players or two teams to actually prove their worth on the pitch.
It has started and it goes straight to real action. Sports, they did what they've done last year, attacking teams, not giving them maximum respect. It's about the game that brings them together, and they've done just that. And the leading line is Lamin Tabali, where Milan also you have an experienced striker who had played to the fourth division of this Gambia's football. Baba Kanyi, the number 11 for Milan, who is their centre forward, played for Gamtel before they get relegated, played for Tallinn United, played for Diba Oil, and played for RS Tallinn last season, but this season he was nowhere to be seen. So Baba is back to the Navetan and leading the line for Milan. While Lamin Tabali, who helped Team Rhino gain promotion and helped this very team won this championship on their first year of appearance. These are the two players you will be keeping an eye on who will get the better come at the end of the game.
Sports youth team started with Nuha Fati, who's the number 30. Sports trying to penetrate. They're seeking for gaps to exploit. Is it going to be the opener? And it is a brilliant goal just under 2 minutes. The league champions are in front here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Busted into celebrations. Who broke the deadlock for them just after 2 minutes into the clock. What a brilliant interchange of play there. And the league champions are on the ascendancy. Sports youth team 1. Milan FC nil, Sidu.
Wow. Welcome to the summer football fiesta. I think the play is being orchestrated by Lamin Tabali, who beats his marker there and made a slight pass down to the centre forward, who played 1-2 with Dafe, and Dafe had salute a bit in the goal, and he did just expertly. Famara, it is a goal, a team goal. It is a goal that will sink down in the history book as the first goal Sports youth team had ever scored in the Serekunda East Super Cup. What a way to start the season.
Yusufa, The deadlock has finally been broken here after just 2 minutes. And that was a brilliant exchange of passes before a brilliant finish by Marlon Duffy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game, this could have been the best start to the game. I mean, from what we've heard from the coaches, I mean, I think there was a lot of preparation. You know, but again, the build-up from the wing to the cross, that I think for me, yes, the number 10 scored, but the build-up from here was the perfect one for me. You know, so, I mean, the excitement is just in 3 minutes into this game. I think we are looking forward to an exciting game, Famara.
They are in front here and they will be hoping that they can actually add to their lead or defend this if possible. The leading goal scorer last season, Tabali, was the orchestrator of that goal. He was the provider. And that was a clever play. They are in front. They've proven the reason why they are deserved league champions last season. Milan are trailing by a goal to nil in case you just join in. We are here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium for the live coverage of their 2025 Super Cup clash between league champions, Team Sports, and Knockout Cup winners, Milan FC. They're going forward now. Is it going to be an equalizer? What a goal! It's a leveler. Number 10 scored. He leveled matters. Omar Baji, the team captain, actually scored. What a brilliant goal by Omar Baji. He leveled matters, and it is 1-1 here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. This game already busted into life. Under just 5 minutes, 2 goals, Sidu.
Wow! This is quite amazing. We are
Milan FC, they're going forward.
experienced players. 2 players who know exactly what the final is all about. Media Maka, Omar Baji, Omar Jah. He is the reason Milan are back to the Milan that we know. He left Nawetan and Milan are almost dying. Omar Baji make a comeback to the Nawetan and made Milan what it is today. And he equalized just under 3 minutes. It's quite amazing how this game is going through from one end to the other. Milan made an instant comeback when they were back, when everyone thought the Sukuta boys are going to run rampage. But Milan, through their experience, Baba Kanyi, combined very well with Omar Jah to equalize matters.
Yusufa, after just 5 minutes, we've seen an exciting football. I mean, cap up with 2 brilliant goals, brilliant finish, more or less similar goals.
What a game, Mawara. I mean, just 5 minutes, and the Serekunda East Mini Stadium is just erupting. I mean, when sports scored, I mean, we were thinking, okay, defending champions. What else can they show to us other than character of a defending champions? But again, what, like Siri said in the build-up, this is Milan for you. You cannot talk about Serekunda East without Milan. And they showed the people of in the park. You know what? You know, they might be the defending champions, but we know Serekunda is more than them. We've been here, they find us here, and they just equalize. So it's just less than 10 minutes, 2 goals. We are looking forward to the game, Famara. Probably more goals. And the more goals we have, the better. I mean, the more goals we have, I think that goals will keep the spectators in their feet. And that is why they paid, I mean, $100 and $50 to come and watch this game. So, no better start than what we have seen already, Famara.
1-1 is the score here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. A thrilling encounter actually proved the reason why fans need to pay tickets for $100 each. And how much? $150 each to actually come and grace this occasion. They're definitely not going to regret, paying tickets to actually witness this game, Sidu.
Yeah, definitely. It's what brought the spectators here, that's what brought everyone here. Beautiful football, goals, excitement, and we've had it all. Mohamed Cham, who was phenomenal for Milan last year, you know, made a wonderful run, connect Baba Kanyi, who laid it off for Omar to do the rest. So it's quite amazing how this game had started and what we've definitely seen in this encounter.
This is a corner to Milan. And Bakari Jadama is the player who is going to take this one. Swings in into the area, flicked well by the defenders. And it actually goes out for a throw in. To Milan again. A high hanging one into the box, crowded. Spurs trying to clear the ball out. They've done that successfully. This is the beauty of summer football. It is a moment that brings a lot of unity, a lot of excitement, a lot of camaraderie among players, supporters, and equally spectators as well. No foul is awarded here. Is it going to be the second goal for Spurs? They're trying to go forward. The shot is in. Well blocked there by Milan defenders. They've done that successfully. But defending league champions are back in possession. High hanging one into the box there. Easy catch there by Saliu Jeng, the goalkeeper. It's end-to-end stop here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. When Milan are in possession, they always want to attack. And when Team Spurs are in possession, they equally want to attack as well. It's going to be a throw to Spurs. Milan in possession, trying to exchange passes while looking for gaps to actually exploit. Players surrounded there by 3 players, and he's easily dispossessed. Spurs are appealing for a foul, nothing awarded, but the central referee actually awarded a foul. Barham Cham, the man in charge of the whistles here, actually awarded a free kick to Team Spurs, 24. Babukar Juf, the centre back, is going to take this one. He goes long into the opposition half. Milan, the first team to actually concede a goal in this encounter before responding just 5 minutes into the game. Are doing most of the defensive work here. Think there isn't anything much that could be said about this game. Tabali trying to go forward there. He's a tricky player, very difficult to defend against. Pacey, quite fast. But the ball is still in play. The defending league champion Spurs Youth Football Academy is the name they actually officially write on the team list. Going forward. Team Spurs trying to attack from the left channel. Cross comes into the area. They are back in possession. Ball reload back into the 18-yard of Milan, who are trying to defend here, and they're going to do that successfully. They cleared the ball inside the opposition half. Nothing awarded by the referee. Barham. Opponents were appealing for a foul there. You can see the coach trying to calm his players on the bench, or his fellow officials on the bench. That is quite commendable. You lead by example as a coach. Team Spurs are easily dispossessed. Milan in possession, but they don't have the numbers to actually play the ball inside the opposition half. And a free kick has been awarded to them. 2 players on the ground. The referee is seeking their consent if they will need any assistance from the referee, from the paramedics, but it appears they're all going to be back on their feet. The referee is giving a bit of lectures to officials of Milan FC who were appealing for a free kick, which was ignored by the referee. They realized that the decision was not awarded, so there isn't anything they can do about it, or they could do about it. So they just need to focus on the game, trying to give a lot of tactical instructions for their players to do. I think that is what is important.
Yeah, definitely. One would argue that kind of officiating by Barham, it was a clear high foot on Omar Jas' head, but he let the play flow with warrant the substitute to be disgruntled, and Kaba was trying to, head coach Kaba Jata was trying to calm them down to make sure that they have decorum, and which of course is now another set piece for them, but it could not go anywhere. So football is not only about the infield action of players, but also off-field. The coaches' responsibility to make sure that they maintain calm, they maintain composure as far as their work is concerned. Because when the coach loses it, when the officials lost it, it's always very difficult to pass out instructions to players. So definitely it's all geared towards having the results that they want, the results that they aspire to. So it's quite important to have everyone be on board.
Quarter of an hour played into the game. Sports Youth Football Academy 1, Milan FC 1 is the score of the 2025 OJ Jallo Super Cup of the Serekunda East Norwegian here at the East Park. The people
Yeah, I think the debate as to which side is the best side has been going on and on and on and on. And every side will, of course, put forward as why we should say they are the best sides. But to be honest, like you said, you know, you know what, this is the best side. Of course, the other time we had Serekunda best for their Super Cup. We've seen the new executive and the work that they've been doing. They've just been, brought into elected into office. Yes, they've done a great job with regards to the pitch. They've developed it, but again, to be honest, as a neutral, and of course, someone like I always say, who's been to most of the zones. I think for now, Serekunda is leading. Last season, we've seen what they did, the prize monies. In fact, that is what giving ticket, about $30,000 to teams. So I think that I'm not saying other zones cannot do, but I think they should emulate Serekunda East in doing so. Because look, we know you want money, but you should look at the teams. They also struggle a bit. So I think it's fair enough, to give them an amount, especially in finance. Like today, we know the executive will pocket a whole lot of money. So, taking a percentage and giving it to the teams, I think that is commendable. Like last season we saw them do it, and I heard the PRO saying the teams might also go home today with a whole lot of money, and I suspect it could be some jet tickets too.
And everything is just being on the management of the national broadcaster. 1-1 is the score here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. The 2025 Super Cup. Take the part in quite a colorful atmosphere here, highly attended. The turnout is absolutely massive. Teams for knocking inside their own half. They want their opponents to actually come out so that they can actually create gaps, to do the needed penetrations. But Milan are trying to keep their focus. They're trying to stay calm to make so they do the needful. More going forward now, looking for a second goal, still by the goalkeeper, but he rectified that himself. It appears the strength of these both sides, is on the right side of their attack.
Definitely, when you see sports, the way they build up play from the defense to the midfield, down to the number 6, number 8, Yankuba Dambel. He is all sports as far as they are concerned. He controls the ball, he knows who to find, he knows how to take one, he knows how to connect between the midfield and the final attack. So whenever he has the ball, he is danger passing. Last year they have Alassane Samate, who has had a breakthrough Navetan season and went for overseas football trials, and ever since he has been there trying to play academy. But the number 8 for Spurs definitely making all things possible for them. Whenever he has the ball, he connects, and when he connects, there is always something that Spurs come out of it. When he receives from the left, he makes sure that tries to go to the right. And when he receives from the right, he just connects it in the middle or goes straight to the left. So the cohesion between him, Amadou Barry, the number 6, it's quite amazing the way they are playing. And whenever he has the ball, he always try to make sure that Spurs have something.
Milan were not able to keep the ball in play. They were trying to break on a counter-attack. But the player wasn't too quick to actually get that ball in play. The throw has already been taken. Just suggested to the new stands constructed by the CESDO executive. Milan takes that one quickly. Cross into the area. They flick, and the players struggling, chasing to keep the ball in play. Spurs knocking inside their own half. Like Jabo passes to Babuka Diouf. Players to the left back. Derma Kamara. They are dispossessed. Milan attacking, skip inside one player. He's trying to skip inside the second player, but he wasn't able to. Clever defending, and it's going to be a free kick. No denying. A foul has been awarded by central referee Barham Cham. Approaching halfway into the first half. It's still 1-1. After that goal, we've not been seeing clear-cut chances.
Yeah, I think the tempo of the game has, dropped a little bit after the 2 goals. Spurs started well. They scored in 2 minutes, but then Milan replied. But then since that, we've not seen, a clear-cut chances from the 2 goals. The tempo has gone down. Maybe it could be instruction from the 2 coaches, because we've seen both of them giving instructions after scoring and then conceding. Could be tactical, but I don't think so, because this game is very far from over. But we've had a good start to the game, and then the tempo is going down and down and down. But like I said, maybe they both don't also want to miss it. They don't want to lose, and of course, the opportunity. It's a final, and they're silverware at the end of the day. So yeah, it has been slow. The last 10 minutes of the game has been really, really slow. But again, I want to believe we still haven't seen the best of this game yet. you know, the media house is here, fams too. You know, we're broadcasting it live, but it shows that you know, no done for me, I think can be marketable, can be sold. If everybody works together, the media I have to try to cover this game. You know, this could attract sponsors for other people. So good game, and of course, let's just we've gone halfway of it. 25 minutes into the second half, first half rather, and it's still 1-1.
25 minutes on the clock between Milan and Sports Youth Team Football Academy. Spurs they are the defending league champions. They will be hoping that at least a winner can emerge from this tie. Goalkeeper for Team Spurs, Noah Fati, making up his mind whether he should go long or he actually should play. That was a risky one. What was he trying to do there? His arm throw was easily intercepted. And Milan FC trying to go forward. The player is still struggling to actually control the ball here. For 15, Ibrahim Traore. For the goal scorer, Baji, the number 10. He's trying to go forward now, trying to play. Milan are still in possession. Is it going to be the second goal? And into the back of the net. What a brilliant goal. The goalkeeper is punished for that one. And it's 2. Mohamed Cham actually made it 2. So Milan FC, they came from a goal down to actually be on the ascendancy here. After just 26 minutes on the clock, it's Milan 2, Spurs Youth Football Academy 1. That was a costly error by the goalkeeper, and the defenders were not able to defend that one. Milan actually punished them for that.
It was a sloppy defending from the defense, of course. You know, the defenders could have done better, but I think they slept. But again, you cannot take it from the Milan players, the build-up from the player here, of course, and then laying the ball to the captain, who also did a very good, you know, did very well, tried to pick two of the sports defenders before laying the ball to the goal scorer. And I think that was a good goal. So far, so good. 2 goals and in 3 goals in the first half. I think this could be the best, of course, first half that we could ever ask for from Milan. It could be the best. 3 goals farms in a Super Cup final. I think, you know, the spectators here, you know, could have not asked anything other than that. I mean, whoever comes here to watch football, would your $100 and of course your $50 would really what you know, spending and watching such a final.
Studio after just 26 minutes. Milan, who first conceded in this game, are back on the ascendancy. They've scored 2 goals to actually lead by 2 goals to 1.
Yeah, definitely. Mohamed Cham had a wonderful season last year. I mean, it is not a surprise how he had maneuvered to, I mean, unless a brilliant shot into the, I mean, bottom left corner of the goalpost to give them the lead. This is what I've been saying. Milan will remain the favorites because it is a team that understands this competition, and it is a team that had won it all. So if there is anything that Spurs will do is maintaining their momentum. But they are always Spurs. Spurs is a team that can score at any moment. Spurs is a team that plays beautiful football. Spurs is a team that is never afraid of scoring against any team. So definitely, I mean, Milan are leading now, but Spurs are always never ruled out.
You can't rule them out as far as this game is concerned. There's everything to play for. A lot of minutes in this first half. And just as we were talking about, the just level matters. This is a clear indication that this is going to be a final of its own. It is going to be a completely different Super Cup. One team scores, the other team will definitely equalize. We were just talking about that, and just before the half-hour mark, Sports FC level matters here. That was a brilliant goal. We're struggling to see who the goal scorer was. Malan Dafe actually level matters for Sports. It's all square here, Yusufa. 1-2 here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium.
Well. 4 goals in the first half in the Super Cup final. I think this is the best that we can ask for from these two teams. You know, Sports scored first. Milan were like, wait, here is our grand. They equalized. Milan tried to show, you know, we are welcoming you. They scored, but Sports showed, like I said, champions and character for champions, and they paid back. 4 goals in the first half. I mean, 4 goals in 30 minutes. You rarely see this. Not only in the Gambia, but in the final anywhere. I mean, in the final, 4 goals in 30 minutes. I mean, this is really, really rare.
This is sending a signal that when it comes to scoring, the attacking players here in Serekunda, we are never afraid of the goalpost. Sidu was talking about that just before the goal, the equalizer for Team Sports. And Malan Dafe of Sports youth team actually proved the reason why he deserved to be the number 10 for this team. He scored 2 brilliant goals to make sure they are intact in this game. He's a player to actually watch out for as far as this Norwegian is concerned. And he's just proving that scoring 2 goals in a Super Cup is definitely a big achievement for any player anywhere in the world. It's 2-2 here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Just a little over the half-hour mark, 31 minutes. On the clock, the two teams are 2 goals apiece. This clearly indicates that probably in the second half we might see some other goals. Or even before the end of the first half. Can we say this is down to the awareness of attacking players or some sloppy defending that are 4 goals within the space of 30 minutes? That is absolutely amazing, Sidu.
It's quite a free-flowing, football. Sports, they are a team that can score. Scoring, and they are always very, very, very good when they go to the finals. Milan on the other side also, keeping leads are always their problem, but they can score definitely. And when you look at the defense line, I think in the second half they will definitely try to bring in Scott. But who had gone on to play for the Gambian national team under 17 up to the national Scorpions. Tafalo and Riquelme are good, but they are not that much compact when it comes to defending. They always left themselves exposed. Whenever Sports are countering, Sports will attack with 1 or 2 men, but they always had the space to make those through passes. So definitely Tafalo and Riquelme and also the right back are having it tough to control the final third of Sports youth.
Sports are not showing any sign that they are a new team as far as Norwegian is concerned. Here in Serekunda East, from qualifiers last season, which was their first season in Norwegian football, for qualifying for the Norwegian proper, and surprisingly went on to clinch the league title, much to the astonishment of all the spectators, except for their supporters here in Serekunda East, to all the pundits as well. And here they are proving the reason why they were league champions last season. Sliding tackle there by the defender of Sports. He's been lectured there by the central referee, Dauda Kanyi. He was arguing that he didn't do anything wrong as far as that game is concerned. But the central referee, Farham Cham, disagreed as he awarded a free kick. We were talking about the journey of Sports youth team. Just in their second season, here they are playing the Super Cup. For Milan, they started their journey way back in 2006. They are the most experienced side as far as this game is concerned. Acrobatic, what a clearance My goodness, that was an amazing acrobatic strike there by the Milan. Number 11, Baba Kanyi. He nearly got what was going to be the goal of the season contender. That was absolutely astonishing. The goalkeeper actually struggled in controlling that one. He wasn't able to do that one. He nearly diverted the ball into his own net. A lot of power was put into that one. And this is a corner for Milan. Bakari, this one. His weapon readiness for a delivery. And it's going to be a right-footed one into the area. Defenders are trying to clear. But the ball goes out for a throw-in for defending league champions, Team Sports. And they were not able to contain that one. It's going to be a throw this time around for Milan FC. They started competing in the Serekunda East Norway and Milan Talinding in 2006. And just in their second season in 2007, they had an impressive run playing in the league finals. Another counter-attack now. Spurs are trying to penetrate from the right side, but this one, they didn't get it right. They usually try to do the penetrations from the right. Most of the time, from the right, and they will make so they try to do that one here as well. But let's see what is going to happen here. It's an amazing game, end-to-end stuff here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Free kick has been awarded this time around. It is going to be a free kick. For Milan. We've been witnessing a fascinating encounter as far as this game is concerned. But let's go with this free kick for Milan from a good position. Abdullah Kamara is the player who is looking like he's going to take responsibility here. He's a left-footed player. He had a perfect angle to actually convert this one. If possible, are we going to see the third goal for Milan and the fifth goal in this game? He's waiting for a signal from the central referee. Counting steps behind. The fans are roaring. Hopefully they will get see something astonishing. A poor one. A terrible delivery from Abdullah Kamara. Yusufa, that was quite a disappointing one.
Yeah, it was a very good free kick position. I think a very good set piece taker would have done better than what he did. Of course, you know, with all the effort and everything, he sent it wide. So that was a very, very poor one. But again, the goalkeeper comes and save. That was a very good save. If not, it would have been 3-0 or 3-2 by now. But you know, it was a very good, ball checking. But again, the goalkeeper was there at the right time and at the right moment, and he did a fantastic save to keep his side in the game, and it's still 2-1.
You can continue to follow the YouTube page of GRTS. This game is being streamed there. You just need to search GRTS TV. That is the new YouTube channel opened by the state broadcaster. You will be able to follow all the actions of this Super Cup encounter here on the GRTS YouTube page. For those of you following on Facebook, we're having a bit of technicalities. Our technicians are trying to sort that out. This game is on GRTS television, on Facebook, and on YouTube as well. 5 minutes plus additional time. Oh, 1 minute is being added to the 40 minutes. I was thinking Serekunda will play 45 minutes, but it's like they're going to play 40 minutes. I think we definitely need to upgrade to the standard football timing. Starting games on time, especially matches like this, getting players used to playing standard football timing.
I mean, football games are played 45 minutes each half, but I don't know for whatever reason, never that most of the time in the Gambia, referees will play 40 minutes. I tried to ask several times why the 40 minutes instead of 45 minutes, but of course, there's no enjoyment as a given to me, and I think, football for me played everywhere, it's just 45 minutes acceptable. So, I think we could also do better in terms of timing, especially nowadays. This game, perhaps, if the game started well, in fact, and that's the final whistle.
Nothing to complain about as far as this game is concerned. Halftime here at the Serekunda Mini Stadium. It's Milan FC, the defending knockout champions 2, Team Sports 2. We've seen 4 goals scored in the first 30 minutes of this game, with Sports 4 scoring courtesy of Marlon Duffy before Milan level matters through their number 10 Umar Baji, but Marlon Duffy. Milan actually took the lead, scoring a brilliant finish through Mohamed Cham, and Marlon Duffy restored parity just before the half-hour mark for Sports Youth Team Football Academy, for the two teams to head into the tunnel with 2 goals apiece. It has been quite a fascinating first half of football. 2 all here at halftime, Sidu.
Yeah, it's quite amazing kind of football display that we've seen from both sides. 2, wonderful goals, or 4 amazing goals, I would say. The other one a tapping, another tapping, then a brilliant shot, and at the other end also it's another, spectacular finish by Duffy. So it's quite remarkable the amount of display we see in this first half. We hope to see the same or more in the second half.
Halftime here at the Serekunda Mini Stadium. The defending league champion Team Sports 2, Milan FC 2 will go for the halftime break, but you can continue to follow GRTS for the second half of this Class 2025 Serekunda Super Cup final, named after the late Agric Minister O.J. Jallo, whose son is in attendance here witnessing this encounter. You can enjoy the ambience, and we'll be back for the second half.
Alright, that is the end of the first half. What an entertaining game. Now we are about to enter into another activity, which is the inauguration of the Democracy Pavilion 2. So I call on the President and the executive members and also the dignitaries to join us to inaugurate that pavilion. Once again, congratulations, Sesdo, for this great accomplishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to witness the official inauguration of Democracy Pavilion 2. This pavilion is officially sponsored by CESDO and support individuals. This is what we say, this is what we do, and this is what we believe. And the belief is just simple. Money is meant for football should be spent on football. So if you are paying your 50, 100 at the gate, the rest assured under the leadership of Modi Yusuf Cham, it is going to be spent wisely. The president is now calling few executive members and dignitaries to march towards the Democracy Pavilion and inaugurate it. And the rest assured, very soon, a name will be given to this pavilion. The man in blue is the CEO of Manasi Construction. He's the one that built both Pavilion 1 and 2, and he has done this in time. So the president is now leading the dignitaries as they move to the Pavilion 2 to inaugurate it finally. So far in 4 years, 2 pavilions are built. These young leaders are actually grateful. They have been doing very well. And in the next 4 years, we can definitely turn this complex into a very, very modern multi-sports. Eliman, Santana ñep keneen nañ leen bu baax a baax di leen ne wateef li agara si ndong li lu waay doon ay tey mu lambu ndaxte Modou Youssoufa Cham 4 years mu ngeen ni di officially inaugurate ñaari pavilion. Our media partners, please, you can join the dignitaries while they go to the official opening of Democracy 2. A name in short time will be given to the stand. The first one is called the Democracy End. The second one. So, ladies and gentlemen, the dignitaries are also accompanied by the Queen alongside the first runner-up, second runner-up of the Miss of Sesdo. They are now moving to the Democracy Pavilion to officially make it open, even though fans have already occupied it. But so far so good, officially it is going to be open today. So this is what we have been doing for the last 4 years. 2 pavilions have been achieved, maintaining the grass and making sure that 3 contracts have already been signed tonight. We will be having our floodlights very shortly to play at night. The contract is signed today on the 23rd of August 2025. We are going to have e-ticketing. Those that bought their tickets realize that we use machines to process their tickets for accountability and transparency. And so far so good. Now it is almost the final entail to this process. We are moving towards the Democracy Pavilion 2 that will be officially inaugurated by the President alongside the dignitaries. I want to vividly inform all of you at the Serekunda East Ministerium that these 2 pavilions are officially sponsored by SESDO from the revenues that we generate at the gates, fines, and other source of resources. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the home of Gambian sports. Democracy Pavilion 1, done and dusted. Now we are about to witness the official opening of Democracy 2. But let me be on record. This pavilion will be given a special name in no time soon. Your Excellency, with your permission, I want to engage the contractor Omar Barrow, who has done the first one, and we entrusted him with the second one, and he has been so much supportive. Omar.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to stand before you today to inaugurate this beautiful pavilion. This project is not just a structure of concrete and steel, but a symbol of trust and partnership, commitment to the community development. This marks the second time that Serekunda Sport Development Organization has entrusted us to such an important project. And for that, we are truly grateful. Working with SESDO has a great experience and it gives to deliver quality, durable, and impactful projects that will continue to serve generations to come. Thank you, Sesto, for your confidence in us. Once again, we are looking forward to fruitful collaboration in the future. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. That's a great one. Indeed, a great partnership. As you can see, the pavilion is well designed, well structured, and well built. The fans, in fact, are enjoying themselves in it. So this is what we expect. And indeed, the Secretary General is here, and then the President will shed light on it.
Okay. Good evening. Once again, it's a great pleasure to officially launch the Sesdo Democracy Pavilion 2. Good evening to everybody. If I greet Badudu Jallo, the President of the GNOC, I have greet everybody here because he occupies the highest office. Thank you, all those who supported us. Democracy spectators. Uncle Salim, Amadou Mani, Kakmani Company, Baba Jai, Honorable Marfa Mansali, Ebegi Football Club, Bagari Papa Kazama, and Baba Jai. The Democratic Pavilion cost us $1,752,350. The phase 1 was $600,000. Phase 2, $552,350. The third phase was $600,000. In total, the pavilion cost us $1,752,350. As you all know, the next projects are the lightning and the install projects, and then we move to the top. Thank you, Serekunda. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. The CEO of Malaysia Construction, ladies and gentlemen, the man that was financing this project, the Lieutenant of the President, Mr. Serekunda, is make this possible. Your Excellency, with your permission, we now these officially inaugurated. 1, 2, 3. Round of applause to Serekunda, the President of Togo, who is financing this. There have been making sure that all these payments are done. Thank you very much, dignitaries. Thank you very much for the trust that the people of Serekunda is on. Come on. All right, let's have some few entertainments. Super. Next. Super. No time, come in.
Welcome back to the second half of this encounter, the late O.J. Jallo Super Cup here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium between Team Sports and Milan FC. That was almost a goal for Milan. They just returned from the break, even more determined trying to take the lead here. They were the first to concede, but afterwards they've been giving a lot of trouble to their opponents. Team Sports in this Super Cup. It's 2-2 here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. The second half is just like the first half. The way they started the first half is the same way they actually start in the second half here as far as this game is concerned. 2-2 is the score, and the players will be hoping, and equally the supporters as well will be hoping at least they can see more goals here in this second half. And Milan almost try to get themselves in front just right after the restart with that brilliant attack. And here they are, it appears. The half-time team talks they receive from their technicians it is actually paying off. That they've been keeping Team Sports under constant pressure, with attack after attack after attack. And here they are again. Wins a throw right in front of their bench. And we're going to see a lot of movements as far as the second half is concerned. And most of it, it's coming from Milan FC in the second half. Kabali is trying to keep that ball in play, and it goes out for a corner kick. Goes out for a corner kick to Team Sports. Quickly checking. Goes into the box, cleared out. Going to be taken by Malang. Team Sports are back in possession, strike wide of target from the hard tackling midfield player Amadou Bari, and it's going to be a goal kick for Milan FC. Saliu Jang, their goalkeeper, is in caps. After the start of the game, the opposition goalkeeper Noah Fati of Team Sports didn't bother himself to put on any cap. But for Saliu Jallo, he deems it necessary. Milan going forward now. Good defending there by Team Sports. Huge second half just started, and Milan appears to be the better side as far as this second half is concerned. They are putting a lot of pressure on Team Sports. Sports rather.
A good start for Milan in the second half, because now I think I only believe both sides know that okay, this is the final half or the make or break half for all of them. Now, you know, unlike the first half, I want to believe you scored, you will want to, of course, consolidate your lead, because I mean, yes, both sides, you know, I mean, they tried and scored both 2 goals, but they were also sloppy in the defense that they considered 2 goals. So the next goal in this game could be crucial. Any team who scored now will want to defend, I mean, get goal. liggéey carry liggéey but this is the final half and it's a make or break half for all of these teams. You either score or remain like this. We go for penalty shootout. But from what we've seen in the second half, I think it will be disappointing for this Super Cup to be decided that penalty shootouts. I mean, we expect that a final Super Cup just produce 4 goals in the second half, at least produce goals in the second half too. So, and I think both sides are capable of scoring. So, yeah, we may see maybe not 4 goals, but of course we believe we will see goals in the second half to come.
Second half underway here at the East Park. The crowd is just impressive. The turnout is just massive. Absolutely massive. And the football is not disappointing either. The two are just making the atmosphere even more beautiful. Flag is being raised for an offside against the team's four player. They're getting some players ready to come on. As substitutes. Two all here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Foul throw. Very rare to see something like that. This is the first time we are seeing something like that in this game. Anticipated by the goalkeeper. It was a little tap on the back by the number 7 of Team Sports. Actually poses opposition. Lamin Kabali, the team captain for Team Sports. He's an experienced player. And the crowd will be hoping that he can be of quite help. The goal scorer Malan Jate. Milan gets the ball. They're now trying to attack through their diminutive number 20. Good defending there by Team Sports. Ibrahim Kamara. Sidhu back for the second half. And we've seen an astonishing start to the game by the two sides.
Yeah, it's all about the winners going home with the coveted trophy and the cash prize. So in the second half, there is no room for any shortcut or short comments. It's all about perfection in the second half. There will be no other half for you to rectify any mistake that one commits at this moment in time. It's all about taking your chances again. I mean, Spurs, they've taken up from where they left it, while Milan are pushing it further from where they left it. They look more brilliant going up front. But again, these are two teams that are known for scoring goals, and at any given time they could score. For me, it's about the number 8 Dambele and also Lamin Tabali for Spurs. The number 8 has always been doing what number 10 he controls, he brings others to play. I mean, he pushes forward. So when you have a player of that caliber in your team, anything is possible. So we are yet to see any form of substitution. But again, the amount of pressure the two teams are putting to one another is quite amazing. So probably we are seeing the first substitute of the game, Famara.
We're going to see the first substitutions here. Team Sports introducing a fresh leg to the game. Esa Jamme is being withdrawn and replaced with Mohamed Dambele, the number 15, and number 12. Mamadi Mane has taken the position of number 6. Amadou Barry, two players introduced to the game by team sports, and the coaches will be hoping at least they can add some value to this game. One of them got his first touch. He's brought down and a foul has been awarded against Mohamed Cham, one of the goal scorers of Milan FC. He's been penalized. The central referee Barham Cham is urging them to leave, to respect the needed 10 yards before this free kick will be taken by Ibrahim Kamara. He's a left-footed player and he's going to swing in a left-footed one into the box. 50 minutes approaching in this encounter between the two teams. The defending league champions Milan, knockout champions rather, Milan. My goodness, how did they miss that one? That was a horrible one by the goalkeeper for Milan FC. Saliu Jeng should have been a goal, but the player was equally horrible. Abdoulaye Dabo, he missed that one from point blank.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of defending by both the defense line and also the goalkeeper Saliu Jeng. I mean, and Lamin Tabali could not do all the most important, touch to send his team into the lead. Now it's not all out. It's about being cautious in defending and also cautious in attack. So a set piece which they utilize very well, send it, loop it behind the goalkeeper or between the defense line and the goalkeeper. But it's all unfortunate for Lamin Tabali, unfortunate for Saliu Jeng.
That was quite a good chance. Should have been a goal.
Should have been a goal, of course. But I think, the defenders were sloping. But I mean, the two players of Spurs who were on the attacking end could have done better. And for me, I think the one who was behind should have communicated to the player who was in front of him that he should have, stayed. He could. I think he had a better chance. But then I think that was a miscommunication. He said one thing for me, which is very much important now, especially considering how far we've gone into the second half. Now you only not defend cautiously, but of course you have to be very clinical in front of goal if you want to be a winner. This could have been a goal if they were very much clinical in front of goal, but unfortunately they were not. But I think it's important that now, if you don't score, but you are much more, very, very much cautious in defense, because the next goal could be the title. It could be the decider of this game if there is going to be any game. If there is going to be any goal rather in the second half. So, I want to believe Sport will be very, very much cautious. But for me particularly, I will want to see a goal. I think we've had a very good game that we'll be disappointed that for this game to be decided on penalty, post-match penalties should have seen. After 4 goals in the first half, I don't think penalties would be the best to really decide a game of this magnitude. We have these goals in the first half. So let's see what I want to see a goal before the final whistle. Throw in for Milan. The team Milan are also preparing for some in this game. You've seen Spurs introduce a few players. I don't think they've made a lot of impact since their introduction. Milan are also preparing for another substitution. Well, that was a very good football from Team Milan FC. Well, moments like this, both coaches are standing, holding their hands, and I know they must be thinking, what best can we do right now? We've seen Spurs, they've made changes. Milan are also preparing 2 players to be introduced. I think for me, now, look, the players need to do their bit in the field. But I think as coaches too, right now you must be thinking, what can I do? Who can I bring in? Because you have players on the bench. Who can you think you can introduce? Who you think will be able to do the damage for you? But I mean, sometimes some of these changes too, you know, you might do changes, at the end of the day, it might not be effective. But you know, I think it's the time for coaches now.
Another substitution, this time around for Milan FC. They've withdrawn 2 players and replaced them with 2 players. 12 and 13 are introduced to the game. Sleman Sonko and Lamin Sonko. The Sonko brothers are introduced to this game. We're seeing, both teams introducing players to the game. This clearly indicates that they want to actually see a winner emerge in the regulation time.
Tafalo being replaced by Lamin Sonko. Skatel, who are played to the national team, went professional and coming again to the Navetan. It's quite amazing. But again, there is no room for any wrong substitution as far as the second half is concerned. Any substitution that you do should be a value-added substitution. Whether the players that you are going to bring on will do more than what the players you've withdrawn had done, or whether the players that you are going to bring on are going to, let you down. So it's not easy doing this kind of, substitution at this moment in time, because any substitution you do must have a defined moment. It will either be a substitution that will add value to your team, or be a substitution that will cost your team. So it's always not easy to coaches do, do substitution of this point in time, because any substitution that you do could either come back or pay good for your team. And when it pays good for your team, you are the best to do substitution. But when it backfires, you are always the one to be blamed. The substitution that the coach had done was not even necessary. But when you do a substitution and there is a win, everybody will be hailing you. The coach is a mastermind, because the substitution that he had done has given us the win.
Yeah, sometimes it's a dilemma for the coaches, and I think for me, like football is taking risks. You are the man in charge, you are the one who trained these players, you know their capabilities. Of course, every substitution that a coach makes, the objective is for the players that are coming to make an impact in the game. Sometimes I agree, it backfires. The players that you bring in will do minimal or of course no impact at all in a football game. But again, the coach for me, the aim and the objective or the belief is, I am bringing you to be able to do impact in the football game, but sometimes it doesn't, and it backfires. And well, coaches take responsibility. There was a foul, very well foul. Of course, a foul for Sports FA. The number 14 for Milan brought down the player. Of course, the referee was very, very much close for a penalty shootout, for a free kick, and there was a yellow card for Milan. There was yellow for the Milan number 14, and it's free kick to Sports FA right at the edge of the 18-yard box. Very good set piece taker to be able to deliver very good feed from that position.
That's the ambience is one part of the game that a lot of people love the most. It's always quite entertaining. Supporters rivaling each other on the stands while players battle it out on the pitch. This is a free kick. The team Sports. They have 2 players standing over the ball. The new entrance player and Sonko. Or rather, this one is number 12. Yes, Mamadi Mane, the new entrance. Alongside Babukar Juve. Standing over the ball. They're discussing among themselves as to who is going to take this one. But Babukar is going to take responsibilities, and fans will be hoping he can deliver this one perfectly. Some supporters are roaring, goal behind us. And Babukar will disappoint them if he is not able to actually score from this distance. It's a very tight angle. Comes in, parried away by the goalkeeper. Block wall by the goal scorer for Milan FC. Omar Baji, the number 10, otherwise that was going to be quite troubling. Spurs are back in possession. They're knocking the ball slowly halfway inside their own half. Back to their goalkeeper, Abdullahi Onua Fati rather. Lays it up to the left back, Brahma Kamara. A wasted pass from Kamara. And Milan will actually control this one. They cleared the ball, but they are not able to keep it in play, and it goes out for a throw in to Team Spurs. Mohamed Dambel, the new entrant. Clearance. Raju. But Milan's diminutive attacker, Dabo, who switched the wings now, is actually attacking from the other end. Mohamed Cham rather will be attacking from the left, and the referee will allow the advantage to be played here as Milan are trying to do penetrations. The player is back on his feet now. Can they get something from this Milan? They're knocking the ball slowly. No offside flag is being raised, and the player is caught offside. It's going to be a free kick. So Milan FC, or Team Spurs rather, Spurs, the defending league champions, will be hoping they can get something from this. I mean, this game, which is the Super Cup. Clever play there by Milan's left back. Another clever one. Milan, they have a lot of diminutive players, but quite intelligent players they are. Their movements are always unpredictable. They're attacking down the left channel, seeking for penetrations. The diminutive Cham is trying to go forward, sliding tackle there, and the ball goes out of play for a corner kick. Milan are actually raising up the game's momentum here. It's going to be a corner kick. The dead ball specialist is going to take this one, Bakari Jadama, for Milan FC. Some players are waiting in the box for a possible perfect delivery. Some movements are being noticed there. Corner comes in. Header, headed out. Milan are back in possession. They're trying to look for more numbers before they can play the ball in. And Team Spurs clears the ball out for a throw in for Milan FC. Here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, the 2025 Super Cup class between defending league champions Team Spurs FC and knockout cup winners Milan FC. Halfway into the second half, it's still 2-all Sidu. I mean, it gets to a moment where the two teams will not want to reach it all.
Definitely, it's that moment where no team is just going all out to each other like in the first half. Each one is protecting what he has. The two goals that each team has is what they are protecting now and try to build on just some flamboyant football like Milan are doing. Shift it long, run with them. Mohamed Cham is very good. They had somebody, Dafe, who is very good at set piece. So they are trying all they could to make sure that when Mohamed Cham had the ball, he runs with the ball. When he is brought down, Jadama will use the set piece and try to create something for them. On the other hand also, I mean, Spurs are very much calm for now. We are not seeing much of the number 8, I mean, Dembele, who has been the player who is bringing them into the game. So it's all about these two teams trying to protect what they have rather than going all out for the win. it's better you protect what you have than going for what you don't have. So basically, that's what the two teams are doing for now.
Barham Chan giving some lectures to the team captain of Milan FC, Omar Baji, after he appealed for a red card, but the referee disagrees, and this throw will be taken. Ball flicked into the area, good defending by Team Sports. It goes out for a corner kick to Milan FC. At the far end, their left attack, they are preparing some substitution, and we will see that when the play stops here. Corner kick to Milan. The dead ball specialist Bakari Jadama is going to take this one. He whips it into the area. A header wide of target and goes out for a goal kick. I think it's best to actually manage the game. Anything you are able to have before the end of the game, you take that one. You see it as a bonus rather than trying to risk it all going out and you will be hit on a counter attack. So I think the coaches, we've been seeing them trying to actually do more of game management than trying to go all out.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the idea, that we've gone, 25 minutes into the second half and it's still 2-2. So it could be dangerous for any team who would want to fix it all, trying to go all out for the win. But like I said, for me, I think this game should just be decided in regulation time. From what we've seen in the first half, yeah, we've not seen that in the second half. It has been not being the second half the best of half compared to the first half. But again, yeah, you don't want to risk it. You will want to go for, trying to defend. Of course, go to penalty shootouts and try your chance. It could be better that way than trying to go or risk it all way. But look, football sometimes you need to take risks, and I hope one of these teams will be able to take risks in the second half. Yes, both of them have made some changes, but we've not seen the impact of all of those changes so far in the second half. Both sides introduced 2 players each, So yeah, let's see. Maybe they will just want to play the remaining 15 or 10 minutes, and see what happens in the next 10 minutes. Maybe they will just want to play the remaining 15 or 10 minutes. We have a player down. We seen the players for Sports FC are gathering, trying to exchange words and see how they can complement each other. And of course, the coach has called all these players and trying to talk to them. Maybe you are
Mustafa Cisse takes the position of Yankuba Dambele. The players are being notified as the medals and the trophy is being parried into the field, and probably they will be hoping, they will be adjusting the game's tempo to make sure at least they become gold medalists. Silver is not anything that any team will want to settle for as far as the game is concerned, but one team must certainly settle for silver and one will go in for a gold medal. The play is set to resume here as we have a little over 10 minutes before the central referee will draw an end to this encounter. Throw checking. Spurs defending, Milan trying to attack. Reloaded back into the Spurs half. They are looking a bit defiant at the back there. Looking a bit solid as well. and trying to make sure they defend everything that comes their way. But this is going to be a throw to Milan FC. Mohamed Cham is going to take that one. He scored the second goal for Milan. Cross comes into the area, headed out. And Milan are back in possession now. They're trying to keep Team Sports busy inside their own half. They're going forward. Player goes to the ground. Referee allows waves play on. And Milan are back in possession. Team Sports actually cleared the ball out. There was a call for a penalty. 3 players on the ground, 1 back on his feet now. And the remaining 2, one Milan's player, one is a Milan player and the other one is Team Sports player. Some tired legs are showing up in these closing stages of the game. And the player realized very well that for him there wasn't anything wrong with him. It was just tired legs. Number 19 for Milan, Ibrahim Kamara. Is receiving a bit of help from the paramedics, while Milan's player is also down injured at the other end. He's also receiving treatment from the paramedics. So the play is temporarily stopped here as the supporters continue to chant. The crowd are anxiously waiting, watching and hoping that they will see some late goals to avoid this game going into penalty shootout. By all indications, Yusuf, are we seeing any sign of that? It's just 9 minutes plus additional time.
Well, the time is ticking, and from all indications, it's like penalty shootouts will be the one to design this game from all indications, because as we doesn't look like any of these teams will be able to find the back of the net unless, like they said, the footballing gods probably bless any of them in the remaining 10, 8 or 9 minutes, or 9 minutes to go of this game. But the second half, obviously, first half, like I said earlier. But again, it's a final. Doesn't matter how you win it. At the end of the day, what matters for any of these teams is the silverware, or the seal that they will be carrying home as champions of the Super Cup. And the prize money that is attached to the seal. At this moment, I think that is what matters. Because I have World Cup finals, Champions League finals, or European finals have been decided by penalty shootouts. So if another Super Cup is decided by penalty shootouts, I don't think there is much difference to that. But a fanatic somewhere will still believe that it's not over until it is all over.
Into the closing stages, Baji seeking for support. He's trying to do everything all by himself there, but he's surrounded by 2 players. He's still acting all strong. He's dispossessed, but Milan actually wins back possession. Cross comes into the area. Good, timely header there by the defense. Of Team Sports, and ball goes out of play. Substitution number 5, Henry Silva is coming in the place of Abubakar Sedikan, the number 2 for Milan FC. And the team captain Umar Baji is down on the ground. After trying to go solo, he's perhaps tired. But he has been a key player for this team, showing all experience. trying to get them to the highest level.
Now you can see this picture also. That is the Milan's keeper, the captain Omar Baji, who got the first goal for Milan. Possibly he will leave the field because the umpire has been already given to Babukar Sedika. I think we will be controlling this game to penalty shootout. As I am seeing things.
The referee has given the signal for this to be taken. Long throw into the box. A shot is in, deflected and cleared away. That was almost a goal for Milan FC. They want to bank on their experience to make sure they actually get a goal before the end of this time. But the young, relatively team is actually showing a bit of defiance, team Spurs, in this game. And they're trying to go forward with this attack. A new entrance has been brought down. The referee will allow the advantage to be played. They're trying to go in, cuts inside the other player trying to go forward again. The little number 3. New entrance Mustafa Cisse trying to go forward. He pushed the ball out of play. That wasn't actually necessary. He should have played with his teammates. The referee allows the play to continue here. You look at teams at the moment, Yusufa, they are playing solo. Look at the way they're actually playing. Instead of trying to release passes, they hold on to the ball unnecessarily.
Well, I mean, the number 3 especially here, he had the ball for a long time unnecessarily. I think he could have released the ball once, but no, he tried to beat the defender. But of course, he did not. And I think for me, that was really unnecessary. Looking at the game, at the stage where we are at this game, I mean, I think that was very, very unnecessary. But unfortunately, he decided to switch, and now they have a corner. But again, tired legs everywhere. Every 2-3 minutes now we've seen a player down. It's like, they've given it their all. They're giving it their all. Of course, whoever is now should be obviously not be excused.
It gets to a moment when teams will introduce penalty specialists. Milan are throwing in all the players they believe will be able to score when the game goes into penalty shootout. 3 players are about to come on. Perhaps their final 3 substitutions are about to be introduced to the game. This includes number 5, Henry Silva, number 19, Bubambalo, and equally the number 7, George Sengor. These are 3 players to be introduced for penalty shootout, as we have 3 minutes plus additional time to go here. Goal scorer Omar Baji, the number 10, is withdrawn. Another young player as well is also withdrawn. Molamin Sumbundu has also made way out for Team Milan. This is a corner for Team Spurs. It comes into the area, headed out by the defenders. Team Spurs are back in possession, but Milan will defend that one very well. They cleared the ball out of play for a throw in to Team Spurs, the defending league champions. It's 2-all here. Team Spurs 4 scored after just 2 minutes, courtesy of Malan Dafe. Cross comes into the area beyond everyone in the box and goes out for a goal kick for Milan FC. Umar Baji responded with a similar goal to make it 1-1 before Mohamed Cham made it 2-1 to Milan FC, and Malan Dafe scored his second goal to actually make it 2-2. As it stands, the 4 goals scored in the first half are still making the origin on the scoreline, let me say it that way. It's 2 apiece here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. See, we have 1 minute plus additional time to go. There is no sign that we're going to see a winner emerge in this game unless a miracle happens in these closing stages.
Most definitely, unless a miracle happens. The introduction of Lamin Sonko, Skatel had really stabilized Milan's defense, which allowed them the liberty or gave them the liberty to go up front without much pressure whenever Spurs are attacking. In the second half, Spurs tempo really went down. They were never attacking as they were in the first half, and it was all Milan in the second half. Although Spurs time and time, destructive when they come up front with some amazing, catchy opportunities for a goal. But definitely it was all these two sides to win it in the second half, but they rather stay on with what they have than forcing to go out all out looking for a win. And the introduction of Bubambalo again, the team captain, shows that Milan are really wanting this out on post-match penalties, and it's now under a minute to play. If there is nothing, this game will be decided on post-match penalties.
That was a trick used by the team's 4 player. He deliberately goes to the ground to ensure that to give his goalkeeper all the needed time to be introduced to the game. And the 4th official is now going to allow the substitute goalkeeper for Team Sports to be actually introduced to the game. But it's been delayed, and the goalkeeper is totally desperate. If he fails to actually make his way to the game, that means that the technicians are going to be blamed for that one. Team Sports are substituting their goalkeeper. And number 1 now comes on. Abdullahi Sabali takes the position of Musa Fati, the goalkeeper for Sports youth team. So he has been introduced for penalties. I'm not sure if he will be able to touch the ball here for the referee to actually draw an end to this time. He put the whistle in his mouth and he blows for the final whistle here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. This team Sports 2, defending league champions and defending knockout cup champions, Milan FC 2. This game is going to be decided in post-match penalty shootout. I'm not sure if Serekunda is like Brikama, where they keep, postponing matches, rescheduling matches, just to make sure they actually generate a lot of income as far as get takings are concerned. But all indications are that we're going to go for penalty shootout, Sidu.
Oh yes, we're going for post-match penalties. It is nothing to separate the teams. We are back to how it started. Only the difference is the goals. Each team had a 2 goals. It's quite fascinating how these two sides. But these are all teams who had won it last season on post-match penalties. The goalkeeper who comes in, Sabali, there was a game here. He was the hero of the game for Team Sports. And also Salih Jeng also in the other end was one time a hero in one of the penalty shootouts for Milan FC. So Yusufa, it's all back to where it started. But there are differences in the scoreline. We started with no goal, but we ended with 2 goals apiece.
Yeah, we started with no goals, and of course we ended with 2 goals. Of course, yes, I think both teams will really be pleased with the scoreline because from 0-0 to 2 goals, now going into penalty shootouts, I think all of them will be pleased with what they have. So, look, there's no shame winning a title for penalty shootouts. I always say it, countries won the World Cup for penalty shootouts. But I think the first half for me was the best. This one, like Famara said, I would believe all of them were very cautious.
Some nervous moments there. You can see the spectators actually sitting and enjoying and hoping that, thinking how things are actually going to end here. Hands on the cheeks, thinking in their minds, is the penalty going to go in our favor?
For a football fan, you know, penalty shootouts, the most difficult moment for football fans. You know, I mean, in regulation time, you'll be optimistic, especially if you're a football fanatic. Even if your team is losing, you know, you just want to believe that, okay, maybe we might score, we might equalize. But penalty shootouts, nah. I mean, it keeps fans so much suspense, and it keeps them on their feet.
It is quite a nervous moment for supporters who are not very strong. But yes, we're going to see this game heading into penalty shootout. And the two captains are having some few words with the referee Barham Cham, who is lecturing them as to what is expected of the rest of the players as far as the shootout is concerned. Number 17, Dauda Kani. We're seeing, the assistant captains, the captains that usually started the game are all withdrawn. But Tabali is still there. Players now receive everything that they need to receive from their coaches. They're going to head back on the pitch for the shootout to actually begin here. It's sudden death, lottery. You can give it all the names as far as shootout is concerned. The referee is going to do another toss to actually decide who actually go first to kick and who will actually take the goal post. So he is there with the two. With the two goalkeepers. Goalkeeper now, the two goalkeepers. Giving them a bit of lectures as to how they should behave as far as the shootout is concerned. So Milan are going to go first for this penalty shootout. And the Spurs goalkeeper Abdullah Sabali, who came on as a substitute just before the closing stages, or just before the end of the regulation time, is actually going to face another substitute. Oh, this one, Ibrahim Kamara, has been in the game from the start. It's Ibrahim Kamara against Abdullah Sabali in this penalty shootout here at the Serekunda Mini Stadium. The tie ended 2-2. Ibrahim Kamara. Fans are holding their nerves. So too Ibrahim Kamara will be holding his nerves. He started his movement. Calmly strike and he's saved by the goalkeeper. This is the reason why they introduced this goalkeeper into this game.
Bubambalo, he walked slowly towards the ball, and Abdullah was just, he did what he was brought to do.
Obviously, but I think, yes, I'm not trying to take anything from his save. It was a good save, but I think the penalty was very positive, to be honest. And I think that was disappointing from team captain, as a leader, taking the first responsibility. Now, you know, I think he's putting his team under much pressure. That was a very, very poor one. And now, Sports number 15 for Team Sports.
Ibrahim Traore is the player to take this one. Ibrahim Traore. He started his movement, the number 15, Right-footed, and he scored. The goalkeeper went in the direction of the ball, but he actually scored. That was Mohamed Dambele of Team Sports, rather. Mohamed Dambele of Team Sports scored. Earlier on, I mentioned that Bubambalo was the player who squandered the first kick for Milan. And number 5 is going to take this one. For Milan FC, they were the first team to go. Henry Silva, he came on as a substitute purposely for this mission. Is he going to accomplish the mission? Brilliant one. He scored, sent the goalkeeper away. And he just vindicate the coaches for entrusting him to come on for penalty shootout. He scored. And number 24 is going to go for Team Sports. Babukar Juve is the player to take this one for Team Sports. Second kick for Team Sports. It's 1-1 after 2 kicks for Milan FC and 1 kick for Team Sports. The supporters will be hoping he can score this one. Right-footed, and he scored. Brilliant one from Juve.
Well, the defending champions.
Last year it was the knockout winners who won the Super Cup. So let's see what this year will bring.
It's like they are trying to change that one. The defending league champions, number 17, is going to go for Milan FC. Abdullah Kamara is the player to take this one for Milan FC. Abdullah Sabali, he saved one for Team Sports. And he will be thinking he can save this one too. Abdullah Kamara is going to go. What is Sabali trying to do? Sabali is not bothered. He's not even worried as to what is happening. He's standing all relaxed in the goalpost, waiting for Kamara. He strike and he scored. That was a brilliant penalty. He scored that one, Abdullah Kamara. It's going to be the third kick. The third kick for Team Sports. And it is going to be, what a brilliant penalty from Mustafa Cisse. He came on as a substitute. And even if he was not able to score in the game, he scored in the penalty shootout. It's 3-2 to Milan FC in this shootout after 3 kicks. Number 7 is going to go George Senghor. He also came on as a substitute for Milan SC, the defending knockout cup winners, against the defending league champions, Team Sports. Their goalkeeper Abdullah Sabali was able to save one. Can he make his second save? George Senghor, he stared at the goalkeeper, started his movement. Right-footed, he sent the goalkeeper away. A brilliant penalty from George Sidu.
Yeah, definitely he does exactly what he was brought in to do. I mean, It's that moment, that's very crucial penalty for Team Sports. The fourth penalty, if he scores, they have a lose win and a score win, a score win. So definitely it's very crucial if he is able to score. He scored 2 goals in the game. Will he score again to make it? For the third time he is hit in the net today.
Number 10 is looking the player to take this one for Team Sports.
At this point, I think they just have to keep you know.
The number 10.
Because if they do that, eventually they'll be champions.
He scored 2 goals in the game. If he scores, he is going to be among the heroes for this Super Cup. He was a hero for them in the regulation time. Can he score again? Marlon Duffy started his movement for Team Sports. He fixed his eye firmly on the goalkeeper and he scored. That was nearly a save. But the Milan goalkeeper was not able to save that one. So close to being a save.
So close. But unfortunately, he did not. And I think you can see the disappointment in him. You know, it wasn't the best of penalties, but it doesn't matter because it counts. You know, I didn't, no matter, he would have been disappointed if he missed. You know, after scoring 2 goals. Now, the number 8 have to score to keep us here.
Saliu Jeng was not able to make a save. He attempted it twice. He came so close to making 2 saves. But he must blame himself for not being able to parry the balls away from the goalpost. This is going to be the 5th kick for Milan. Their 5th kick is going. If he misses, it's going to be a win. Brilliant penalty from a dead ball specialist. Is it Jadama? Bakari Jadama is a dead ball specialist. No wonder he scored that one. It is going to be a winning penalty should they score. It's going to be a winning penalty should they score this one. And the goalkeeper who came on as a substitute takes the responsibility. He saved one in the game, Abdullah Sabali rather. If he scores, he will definitely prove all the reasons why he's introduced to this game. Abdullah Sabali against Saliu Jeng. It's a winning penalty for Abdullah Sabali. Should he score? Slowly walking. And it's a win for Team Sports. They are champions of the 2025 Serekunda East Norwegian Super Cup. After clinching the league title in their debut season, here they are winning the Super Cup again. It's all over here. 5-4 victory for Team Sports on penalties. After a 2-2 draw in regulation time. Yusufa, I think it's definitely a deserved victory for Team Sports.
It's a deserved win for Team Sports. Of course, you know, they started the game pretty brilliantly for me. They scored 2 minutes into the first half. Unfortunately, they were pegged back. And of course, you know, Milan let down take the lead. But as defending champions, they never looked back. They scored 2-2. Now they're going to play the shootouts. And of course, now they are the Super Cup champions. And now we're preparing for the league proper. But I think overall it has been a good game. Milan, like we said, a familiar name in Serekunda East. They gave it their all. But like some would say, penalties are normally lotteries, which I do not normally agree. But again, I think it was a very good game. And I think Sports deservedly are the Super Cup champions.
Moment, the defined moment of this encounter, and it is going to Sukuta once again. I mean, in 2 years, they won all the competitions except for one,
the knockout,
which is the knockout. So definitely it's a good way to start the league. It's a good way to start your season. It's always amazing to start a new season win a trophy, and the trophy is indeed going to Sukuta.
Yeah, I mean, as a defending champion, obviously, there could be no better way than opening the defense of your champion with another trophy, even though this is just one of our second round. But again, I think, last year they came, they defied all odds, they went all the way to the finals. Now they came in the Super Cup, they won it. This is going to just boost their morals and become more and more confident that, you know what, we can go in, as the coach said, the assistant coach said, Safanya Koto, meaning they'll just come do this, So, but yeah, overall I think it's a good one for them. But like I said, you cannot take anything from Milan, of course. They gave it their all.
And it is all over here at the Serekunda Mini Stadium. After a trailing 2-2 draw in regulation time, Team 4 are winners following a 5-4 victory on penalty shootout. That's the VIPs, you can see them, presidents of various sports committees, or their representatives. Disappointing moment for Milan FC. You can see the disappointment. They are not very much happy with that. The medals that are actually going to be issued, that are actually going to be given to the teams. I think that is not what is expected as far as this game is concerned. The captain, Baji, is disappointed that they are not able to actually win this Super Cup. It's actually quite a disappointing moment. Some teams are rejoicing while some other teams are actually shedding tears. Falcons, Musa Jame, the team manager, Senabu Cham, and Aret Ja, representing the Gambia Football Federation. The stage is being set for decorations to actually start here. That is the beauty of winning in football. Victory is always sweet. The VIP section. Trying to comfort and calm their players. Trying to explain it to them that football is a game of win or lose. If you win, you actually need to celebrate, but if you lose, you actually need to take it in good faith. So we awaited the coronations. You're going to see the two teams being decorated here by the competitions department of Serekunda East and Team Sport. The league champions will now add another title to their trophy cabin. In just 2 years in Serekunda East Norwayton, they have 2 titles to their name. A giant league trophy and a Super Cup as well. Our team of technicians are actually trying to get my co-commentators rather are trying to get the 2 coaches to have words with them quickly. He scored 2 goals in the game. He scored in the penalty shootout, and he's going to be handed the Man of the Match awards. Marlon Duffy. Marlon Duffy is the Man of the Match. He is going to be handed his award. He definitely deserved that one, Marlon Duffy. He's the Man of the Match, Marlon Duffy. He's going to be handed his award. The 2025 Testo Super Cup Most Valuable Player. He scored twice in the first half. He broke the deadlock and actually restored parity for his team, for them to go into penalty shootout, where he was able to convert his shootout as well, his spot kick as well. So he solely deserved this one, and he's going to be handed his award. He's been given his award there. You can see he's definitely a happy player today, this evening. Marlon Duffy. And it looks like he's still going to be handed some other awards as well. 2 boots. Here, a great moment for him. Definitely he'll have a lot of shoes to actually train with and to actually play with. He will not cry. Here, a lot of decoration for the young player. 2 other packs as well for him. We don't know the content, but it includes some valuable for Marlon Duffy, the most valuable player. Marlon Duffy of Team Sports. He scored 2 goals in the game. This is a moment I'm sure he must definitely have been dreaming for coming into this game. Scoring 2 goals is something that will make him quite a happy player. He will think about it all through the night, and he solely deserved that one. Scoring 2 goals is definitely a big milestone for a young player like him.
This is something absolutely historic, and
so we're going to go with the interview for our coaches, for the 2 coaches.
Visited into the ground just to well, once again, Sirifo is smiling.
First of all, congratulations. First, tell us your name.
Name is Musa Sabat.
Well, I mean, Musa, first, I said congratulations. Last year, you came here from the qualifiers all the way to becoming a champion. You came here today with Milan. A household name in Serekunda East, and you scooped the Super Cup again. How do you do that?
First of all, I will say Alhamdulillah. This is an academy, so they did wonders and they did fantastic. But the most important thing is about training and how you have to know how to build these kids. So you have been training for so long, so we have to come here. Alhamdulillah, Allah is
you scored first, they equalized, and then they took the lead. During that moment, how difficult was it?
It's not that much difficult, it's just about frustration, because I was not thinking that we have to consider a goal like that because we see it's totally different. But I understand it's a final. Most of the time, it's very difficult to play the final, especially these people are young. So, but I am very disappointed how we concede. But the most important thing, they managed to win.
You bring in the goalkeeper. I mean, in the last minute of the game, he saved one and that took the final, penalty that won you the game. Tell us something about it.
Yeah, applying, normally this team, we don't rely on one person. It's an academy, so every player you have your game, you have your time. So it's about discussion with the coaching staff and we decide to bring him. The other coach also, he is good, but as I said, these people are young. So we need to give them more minutes, and he did fantastic. I'm very happy.
Last year, league champions, now you won the Super Cup this season. I mean, what is it like for sports?
This season, normally I said, many teams come here, they are another team, this is academic. Our objectives are different. We want to develop these kids, let them play very good football, put everything in the right moment. So we are not coming for defending our title. It's different to the Serekunda teams when they give it to us. But we are not here for that. We are here to develop these kids and make them very good. If you see me, you know that today I'm not happy because I don't see the best performance of them.
Congratulations and good luck in the level.
Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Baidudu Jalo, thank you very much for organizing this occasion. Thank you very much, Honorable Suleiman Jame. Thank you very much to the CEO of KMC. Can we please put a round of applause for our panel of referees that have effected and put this game to a very strategic and observed fair play. A round of applause for the referees. Mr. Barham Cham is General Coordinator Keba Silla Barham Cham. Yes, Lamin Koli, that is John Mendy and also Ali Robson. These are our referee panel that have well officiated the game in line with the regulation of sports. So we say bravo, but special thanks to Mr. Landing Nyazi, who is definitely doing outstanding job for the KM referee. So once again, the referees, ladies and gentlemen, the referees, we start with the match commissioner, Mr. Eric Kasaman, an experienced match commissioner that have been making sure that games are played fairly and smoothly. He has been one of the best match commissioners so far that we have had over the years. And the president and the team of officers are now settling matters of these medals. And very soon, in no time, these accolades will be given to the deserving players respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, reminder that the 2025 Super Cup final is named after the late
Team 4 are going to oppose the referees
and his son
and their opponents, a guard of honor,
to create this
trying to exercise the spirit of fair play, the spirit of sportsmanship, and the spirit of discipline as far as this game is concerned.
General Coordinator to the match commissioner and match assessor, Referees Assessor Landin Nyasi, thank you very much for always being with us. You have been so supportive in a referees area to make sure the east side gets the best. The president of CESDO, Modu Yusuf Achar, has been entrusted to steer the affairs of CESDO for the next 4 years unopposed. This is done under the leadership because of
the panel of referees are making their way to the podium to receive their medals. They are being led by Barham Cham.
We welcome you all and say thank you very much for coming. General Coordinator Keba Silla, the youngest General Coordinator who has been steering the affairs of CESDO in all times.
Barham Cham,
we welcome you to the home of Gambian sports, all of you. And thank you very much for coming.
The assistant, first assistant, John Mendy, the second assistant.
Has administered this game and observed fair play.
Ali Bobby
with his
Martin,
team of assistants using the communication gadget
the fourth
to make
referee,
life easier for them.
Lamin
So
Gasaman
far, so
Kebasilla are
good.
the
The team
match commissioners,
scores are waiting.
and
we
Landing
want
F.
to
Nyasi,
apologize on
the
behalf of the
referees
president
assessor.
on the unfortunate
So the
circumstances
referees
that we have seen. The
need to
CESDO
make sure they
executive is
perform to
definitely
expectations
not happy
because
with the ending of this Super Cup.
they have
But
three
these are
other
things that the
individuals or
executive
three
will
other
put
seniors
into consideration and see what is best.
following
Also acknowledge the presence of
all what they are
Secretary
doing here,
Carlo
dogging all their
of the
actions and
GNOC.
decisions.
He has been with us for
But in
numerous
this game,
occasions.
we all can agree.
And, you know,
performed to expectations.
Bibi, thank you very much. And from there now we've seen the
Now
runners-up
team
of
sports
the
are going to
sector.
afford
please put your
the
hands for
runners-up.
the runners-up of the 2025
Milan FC,
Super
guard
Cup
of honor,
final. Milan FC,
as they lost
champions
5-4 on
in
penalties
2025
following
of the knockout and runners-up in 2025
following
on
a
the
2-all
Super Cup.
draw in regulation
Look,
time.
you are champions. You fight to be here, and you will go home with a runners-up medals and a cash prize alongside a huge gate tickets.
That is what is expected of teams.
Well,
when you
the
lose, you
Milan
take it in
team
good faith.
have really manifested
And when you win,
absolutely
you accept that you are the lucky team.
level of performance, because everybody was really
And that is clearly
They all
being
knew that
manifested here at the Serekunda Mini Stadium.
quality of football they
You can
play.
see, despite the lose, the teams are smiling.
Team sports was absolutely
GNOC officials, National Assembly
but we all
members,
know that penalties just like
area council representatives,
5-4 is something.
as well as the GFF reps from the Gambia Football Federation.
I think the fans outside need to comport themselves really well, and also the security as well need to help us to that to avoid this kind of violence, because there is no violence in sports, and I think they really need to be well matured and be in line with
That's the runners-up, Milan FC,
maximum discipline,
receiving their silver medals.
Hard luck to Milan FC. To us, they are champions.
From the lineup of dignitaries.
We say hard luck to Milan FC.
This is what makes football a beautiful game.
Season from this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness
And the teams are actually
champions of the Super Cup.
exercising
Name after
all what they were told before this game.
are the champions. Well, at any moment from now, they might Milan become already champions.
runners-up medal, and also is now team sports who are
Now it is going to be
Milan need to make a guard of honor for them.
the champions, the Super Cup champions for that matter, the defending league champions, who are going to walk on the stage to receive their medals on the title.
Jamba, set your team to come and make the guard of honor for the champions of the late O.J. Jallow Super Cup final here at the Serekunda East. Once again, we've seen all smiles from our noble dignitaries and also spectators, stakeholders,
Hard
partners,
luck to Super Cup. After 2-all draw, then lose
closing of the climax.
gis nañ you consider force waaye after you score and nga teg ci ba demal ko ni Sudan nga overall na nga jàngatee géej
It's normal. Xamoon naa ne dinañ score because duñ ko prepare game bi ak attaque bu am mun nañoo score any team. Yes, points are good team, but fii lu ma ne woon ne mun a stop suñu attaque. So lack of concentration moo tax ñu mun a concede those goals. Te da ngaa gis ne lii mooy woon suñ 1 week training bi yëpp set pieces lañ doon jël. So te bokk na si loo xam ne score nañ ko. So loolu da ngaa gis ne suñ demee liggéey suñ demee training garaan nañ mun a arrêté ci loolu.
waaw amiin ñëpp xam nañ Milan soo ne Serekunda nawetaan doo mun a wax Serekunda bi daal Milan doo lus ngeen Super Cup bi waaye nawetaan propre bi mu ngi ñëw door lañ lañ war a seetlu from Milan.
It's normal, then pare compete because they prepare our Super Cup people check. Game bu nekk dañ ko approach. So likely any mun nañoo am warm up games training. I understand because we need prepare towards the first game. yaa gis tey bii romb na jaala na maa ngi xalaat towards first game because nawetaan bi sa lig la. I understand kon dafa need concentration bu baax ak prepare bu baax te loolu xam naa ne ñu ko prepare.
knockout champions again last season. The objective, mun naa wax ne is to win the league this
Yeah, loolu lay plan because of the super cup bi leen ko planoon xam na leen bëgg loo xam ne man maa ngi liggéey suma CV yeneen players yaa ngi liggéey seen CV tam man ma ne leen football du pour xaalis te ñun xoolul xaalis because xam ne results bi ñëw xaalis na fa nekk but man CV laa nekk di xool because I want to move I understand so loolu laa nekk so tey lii happen na is normal so disappointment la towards the fans yi because them promise koñ bi bu doon génn ak fans yi ne dañoo ñëwaat trophy bi so bii su ñëwee tey nañ ko appreciate.
Good luck in the league.
But so far so good. When they came at the home
Super
of
Cup
sport,
winners.
they knew that Serekunda was not the right place for them. Everybody is proud to be here at the home of Gambia.
You can see the captain,
Something which is also
Tabali there.
eye-catching, because we knew that these two
Lamin
sides are in
Tabali.
the same group. Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
He's a veteran,
this
an experienced player.
celebration making the crowd so nice is done by one man.
He's going to receive this Super Cup accolade, the 2025 Super Cup accolade of the Serekunda East. No waiting. They won the league. Here they are, smiling to receive the Super Cup title heading into the season proper. This is going to serve as a moral booster.
And finally, yes, the community scene in England has been brought here in Serekunda by the SESDO administrators. Exactly. And the CEO is proud that Serekunda is under his jurisdiction. Exactly. The CEO is happy that what is given to us we are managing. And absolutely we will continue doing this in the next 4 years. Honorable Suleiman Jame is excited. His constituency one more time have dominated proceedings. Overall, the program officer has been busy as well.
They raise the shield up.
Both teams are going to be
Rowan,
given 2 balls.
jubilate. We're going to end this live broadcast of the 2025-2026 Serekunda East Supernovation title. Champions confirmed, crowned and coronated. The hosts are the Super Cup winners of Serekunda East. After their 5-4 victory on penalties following a 2-all draw. We thank the production team, or we thank this is why are we going to draw the curtain.
congratulations first, staging another successful